Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another Euro 2024 match day watch along. And we are in the end game of the tournament now. Semi-final stages. First one of the week, obviously, is arguably probably the more exciting one to watch. Maybe it would depend on how this depend on this tournament really, and who wants actually wants it more. Because the way we've been watching these games in this tournament so far, the big guns don't really want. How the big guns have got this far, I don't know. But we are doing Spain versus France, the first of the two semi-finals this week. Obviously, tomorrow's England versus Netherlands, which will be again here covering tomorrow, obviously. But yeah, obviously teams have been out. I haven't seen the teams yet. Tom, behave yourself now. How you doing anyway? Hope you're keeping well. What is this? I mean, by the way, about Leeds. We'll go back to the main region in a minute. But Leeds fucking buying players from Salford. We're re-signing actually from Salford. Jesus. But yeah, anyway, while you're getting back to on that, basically, as I say, Spain versus France. Spain, who started off this tournament in terms of performance-wise for the first two games really well, actually. Actually, out of all the big guns, looked the ones that wanted to turn up to this tournament and actually take it by storm and do what needs to be done. And then obviously from match day 3 onwards, there's just been like everyone else, basically bog standard, crap, mediocre performances and just getting over the line, basically. And it's a really concerning considering the first test was last time out against the host nation in Germany, and they sort of reverted to the type of everyone else and went, let's not overdo ourselves here. And it really, it's again, once got the true test, we saw that Spain are really all about. Against the lesser nations, so do what they've done in this tournament for the first two games anyway. But very underwhelming since match day 2. But as I say, they've been the ones out of the big guns that are still in this tournament that have actually looked at some point okay. France, who were, along with England, heavy favourites for this tournament going into it, from the get-go, from the first game till now, massively underwhelming. Was it 2 goals in all competition, 1 from the penalty spot, 1 from open play, and even that was an own goal itself. Mbappe broke his nose. Broke his nose apparently. Had to wear a mask. Got bashed in the head last time out wearing the mask, and now not wearing a mask training. So I don't know if that's the way they're going today with no mask whatsoever. But they're saying that's implemented. He's not implemented. That's messed about with him basically. Like he can't concentrate, he can't focus, he can't do whatever. I don't know, but we'll see. He's been underwhelming considering he's just joining one of the biggest club in club football in Real Madrid, the current defending now Champions League winners. Dembele is what we expect of Dembele nowadays in terms of very wasteful. Got a bit of pace, that's the pace, but end product is absolutely fucking woeful. Griezmann is wasted in this setup with Deschamps. Deschamps hasn't got a clue. He's just riding the coat of a World Cup in Russia, basically. And the most outstanding, again, we call me biased, but the most outstanding player has been Arsenal centre-back William Saliba. William Saliba, go back to Deschamps. Deschamps, prior to the tournament, slagged off, basically. Not good enough, not ready to step up and be one of our first team centre-backs. He's not ready yet. He's not a defender we want, etc. He turned out to be the best player in their team. So you could be thinking, why are we coming here then? We play the semi-final. potentially opponents of tomorrow. Obviously, England. If England get through tomorrow, potentially this is who we've got to play on Sunday if we get through tomorrow ourselves. But yeah. Anyway, let's pop into the chat quickly because I've got a few viewers popped in there. Got obviously Tom was already mentioned. Got Russ in here. Got Mark Taylor from Scotland. All your comments we know. I believe we signed a third choice keeper from PSR. PSR reasons. Oh god. Hello, says Colonel. Colonel's in the chat. Got Mike Abbott as well. Says hello to everyone as well. Hello, hello, hello. Says Gary. Got Stefan in the chat as well. And yeah, outside of 2 or 3 games, this tournament has been pretty poor. But yeah, in terms of, I've got to agree. I've been saying it pretty much the last month, nearly a month. We've been saying it here that the tournament in terms of performances in every game have been very underwhelming. Like I say, about 2 or 3 games, I'm trying to think the Portugal versus Georgia will be one of them. Round of 16 Turkey's game against what was it, Slovakia. That was a good game as well. Apart from that, there's no real standout games really. The fact of what Leo said last night, the fact that the own goal scored outweighs, even as a collective, the top goal scoring competition in terms of normal goals. Like, it's ridiculous that most of it. It's absolutely ridiculous, and that yeah, it's just it's bizarre. And for quality, this has been the worst in terms of quality, the worst quality sort of tournament we've had in terms of Euros or World Cup for a long time. I genuinely can't remember a European competition anyway, a Euros being this poor for entertainment value, let alone anything else. Ryan, have you heard that Arsenal will be looking to take clubs to tribunal to get a fee or for Kuzri Dubry and other youngster who went for nothing for development fees? I've not heard this, but wouldn't be surprised. Yes. Thank you. Tom said, yeah, Mark said someone to Tom, this won't be no different tonight in terms of the quality. Sorry, also, by the way, given to me. Oh, dear. I'd be glad when it's all over, to be honest. Yeah, then we can count down to football stuff, and especially yourself in your first season in 22 years back in the Prem. Here's Rosie. Rosie says, England are going to get pumped. England are going to get pumped. England are going to get pumped, and says all of us. So, okay. Oh, by the way, just giving you a heads up, Rosie. Liam will be joining us in the second half, or as early as possible. Basically, he's got a little surprise for you, if you will. All the players are knackered. Too much football. Again, this goes back to for me, this goes back to UEFA bringing in this Nations League bullshit. There was no need to bring in the Nations League. Oh, but it reduces friendlies. No, it doesn't reduce the friendlies because it's still playing the games you would have played anyway. But there's an edge to it now, if you will. A pointless edge, but it's there. Personally, if you don't want to, UEFA and FIFA don't want friendly games being played apart from warm-up games for World Cups and Copa Americas and Euros, etc. Buying them like 1 or 2 warm-up games that are friendlies in that way. Scrap it, but don't replace it with fucking a pointless Nations League, because that in itself, that's actually adding more games into the calendar than anything else, and screws the calendar up completely, in my opinion. Which then, in turn, you're getting players that are even more knackered. Free up the calendar, just have you qualify for your World Cup and Euros, and that's it during the season. And if you free up the calendar doing that, you have less international breaks at the start of the season as well. We just get on with it. Yeah, Mark, I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link soon if you want to come on. But yeah, Liam will be joining us at some point. I've sent him the link anyway. He'll join us when he can. I cannot confirm nor deny. You have to wait and see. Teams are out, by the way, and they're doing the national anthems and all that jazz. Make sure she give you the right bloody one. Yeah, that'll do. No salt and vinegar, though. Thanks for the salt and vinegar, sis. Nations League was meant to give ranking points, and I got that. However, but the main reason, not just they can say ranking points, but the main reason they weren't happy with the amount of friendlies and all that was like, if you don't like friendlies, just scrap the friendlies. You didn't need to put this Nations League fucking format in the first place, because that in itself has added more games into the calendar, which then not just the men but the women are fucking shattered, and hence why, especially the women, you've seen a few with the men now in the last 12 months in terms of ACLs happening. But that's why I think this is why heavily we're getting our women's players heavily get ACLs, because they're fucking getting run into the ground. The bodies cannot cope with the demand of what they're being asked to do, athletes or not. I'll let the others. I'll let the others answer that one, Russ. Oh dear. So anyway, before the game gets going, give me your thoughts in the chat about this game in particular. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to be the main player or players for both teams? Sorry, and your score prediction as well. Oh yes. That's Susan. Uefa twats there. Talk about Uefa. There's our boy Saliba. Again, I'll say this now. France's home jersey, home colours, or blue, do not clash with Spain's red. So why the fuck are France having to play in their white kit with pinstripes? Well, I'm assuming Valley's going for Espana. I'm just assuming. But yeah, Stefan says, bet it goes to pens on, mate. As long as it's not a dull 0-0. Which it probably will, because that's what this tournament's been all tournament is dull football FC. No one wants to take the risk. I'll send you a link in a minute, Mark. Relax, calm down, relax. It's fucking huge. It's bigger than the. It's bigger, ironically, than the fucking anything else on that badge. On that shirt, sorry. The badge is bigger than than the actual squad number on the middle of the shirt, or the fucking Nike tick, for example. Calm down, calm down. Right, let's get Mark this link before he loses his mind with me. Oh dear, right. Because I might need the company actually, especially. And I know we've got Liam coming on in a bit as well. He's able to join us. But until then, if I'm just here watching dull FC, I might need a just in case I might need the company. Morton? No, the other one, Rosie. Yeah, I prefer in terms of football shirts and all that. I prefer the shirts that have the embroidered badge, be it club or international. I hate the stick-ons. And the thing is, though, in the last 15 years, oh, actually, no, I'll say what we know, yeah, 10 years, say the last 10 years or so, you've got the likes of Puma. When Puma took over from Nike at Arsenal, for example, up till then, Arsenal home and even on the players' version of the kits, it was the badge was embroidered on. Barring the 1 year in the 11-12 season when both the players and the fans' kits, it was a stick on for the design of what it was. But barring that, it was always embroidered on. Puma came along and went, fuck that, we're going to fucking stick a bit of plastic on the shirt instead. And it just looked cheerful, especially after X amount of washes and this, that, and the other. And the gold of, could they put on the Puma one for the initial couple of years when they're doing the stick on before they reverted back under the pressure of the fans. From the fans' search point of view, the stick on ones had the gold up, but the gold after a few washes was basically being faded out and it's just sort of cheap and tacky. Anyway, here's a scoreboard. Modern day shirts are awful, yeah. Well, this is the thing. West Ham have obviously released their kits, yeah. Because my cousin's a West Ham fan, as most of you guys know. But I looked online anyway. I saw advertising on Twitter and all that stuff. I thought, click the link. And you know what? They actually only sell one version of what Arsenal would call the replica version. Basically, they don't sell a player version of the home or away kit or the goalkeeping kit. And the price is ridiculous still, but that's it. You don't have this player version malarkey crap. Puma kits were horrendous, which is a shame. It was, and it was just oh my days! It was just like seriously. 1 year it was too tight, and then the following year they made a point of going not too tight, but it looked ugly. It's just like one extreme to the other. Exactly, Brownie. Exactly. But if you go to the Euros, you get apparently if they think you're wearing a fake shirt, you get arrested. Apparently. Yeah, it's bringing Mark anyway.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you, though?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, mate.
Ready for another snore fest?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm really thinking.
Oh dear. One sec. Close the door a sec. Ow. Pins. Bloody hell. Oh dear.
How far in are you?
2:52.
I'm ahead of you by about 20 seconds.
That's not is it? It's not. It doesn't bother me in terms of. If something happens, fantastic.
I don't think I seriously don't think it's going to matter because I can't see much
No, that's
happening
what
in
I'm
this
saying.
game.
Just like yeah, cool.
Is Mbappe turning up? Mbappe turning up?
He ain't got his mask on, so he might do.
You must have listened to Petit then.
Must have done. Because I find it funny how literally the last game he got smacked to the head in the end of that game.
Yeah.
Portugal got smacked straight head like flushed to the mask and all that. Got taken off because he didn't feel right. So he missed the penalties, and then obviously Petit said what he said, and he's like, "No, I'm not wearing a mask. Let's play." So okay, cool.
It's funny, eh? It is funny. Somebody of his stature as well.
But then I'm not surprised with Petit because this is Manuel Petit, who at Arsenal when we won the league in 97-98, and on the day itself of being confirmed as champions against Everton, got absolutely flung in the air, booted all over the gaff, and he just got up and fucking started kicking the shit out of them instead.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. So I'm not shocked in that in the slightest. Oh,
Tom's asking, has Mark got a season ticket for the Mr. Arsenal podcast this summer?
yeah, just for the Euros, Tom. Have you got a season? Has Tom got a season ticket for the Premier League next season?
I don't know.
You deserve that, Tom. You deserve that.
They're too busy signing League One players from Salford for me to know or not. I don't know.
Some Bud Light for me tonight.
Taking it easy then.
Yeah, taking it easy. Take it easy. I'll save myself for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've got a celebration dance to do for you tomorrow night.
You hope. Yeah. You hope.
Yeah. Do you know what? See, over the last 24 hours, Ryan, I'm actually starting to think England are going to fucking win this.
Don't. I thought that.
Honestly.
Even though I backed Italy for 6 months prior to the last choice 3 years ago, because of the form they were in, when it came down to it on the day, I had this sneaking feeling we're going to, because it was at Wembley, I thought we were going to sneak it, and then and obviously from the last time we won it at Wembley, in terms of one a major tournament at Wembley, was the World Cup in '66. It was all lining up, and I think, oh, here we go, okay, yeah, cool. And obviously we all know what happened there. So okay, fucked us.
See, the thing is, for me, it wasn't until I watched back last night's podcast. I shared that as well. But I watched last night's podcast back, and it was just the week that everyone's speaking in that. England have not even started this tournament. In my eyes, they've not even started it, and they're in the semi-final. Now, I would expect that, Ryan, to be honest, with the draw that you've got, But I just think there's too much quality. And same with France tonight. They've not started either. And that was apparent last night off last night's podcast as well. And I just see it. France-England final. England possibly on penalties.
Yeah. I mean, you'd hate it, but I'd love it.
Yeah. No, if we're being realistic, though, I mean, the two worst teams that are in the semis would be France and England. I mean, you would openly admit that as well, mate.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not going to sleep easy for the next few days. I don't think.
Oh, dear. But yeah, Tom got to use a response on the screen for you.
Did he? What did he say? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm on my phone now.
I was a Scotland tickets for the second round of any tournament.
France have 1-0 up. Sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to destroy it for you.
No, it's all cool. Something's happened, for fuck's sake.
Fuck, 8 minutes in. This is what I mean, though. France might turn up tonight, and the same with England tomorrow.
That was poor defending from Spain. I'm saying Mbappe had all the time in the world, and then the defending was absolutely woeful. So literally let him just jump up and head the ball. And the goalkeeper just stands there as well at his near post.
That is poor.
At least we've got a game, though. I hope anyway. This might wake Spain up a bit.
Right, and that's the thing, though. See Spain, the tournament has been poor. The quality has been poor. Spain are not that.
No, that's just what I'm saying. In terms of going into this tournament, I didn't fancy Spain at all because of how they performed in the qualifying with you guys. You know, how lucky they pretty much got out of that, basically.
That was really bad defending, was it?
Oh, it's absolutely. It was ball watching it to its finest.
Yeah. In fairness, this tournament opened my eyes to Jamal. He has been outstanding. He has been absolute for someone so young. I think I said that on a previous podcast, but I think Barcelona put a release clause in there at something stupid like £1 billion.
Bloody hell. That would
It's
be
interesting seeing. Sorry.
I was saying to Cappy that would be rather pathetic on Mbappe's part if suddenly he turns up without a mask. But yeah, sorry,
It's strange watch. It's strange watching Saliba playing left centre back, is it?
Yeah, but he's doing well with it. Another string to his bow with Arteta to use.
Yeah. Did you see the links today that Juventus are in for Kivior?
Yeah, I've seen a few rumours about that. Yeah, I mean, with us getting this dad from Italy, this Italian lad, I think it's obviously either going to be Kivior or Zinchenko. One of them two will be the one that makes way. We won't get rid of. I'll say I won't get rid of both. I don't think.
I'd keep Kivior.
I would. Personally, I think Kivior is more reliable than Zinchenko.
100%, absolutely 100%. See, apart from like the Bayern Munich game, the second leg, you got was it the second leg or the first leg, and you got took off at half time. It's the only time that like he's not performed for Arsenal. Was it the home tie or was that a away tie?
I remember now.
Sani cooked him. I think it was a home tie. Sani cooked him.
It might be that, yeah.
That's crazy. That's France's first goal from open play.
Oh, bloody hell. So I've seen the replay. The guy that scored the goal, at some point he's on the floor, late afterwards, since the goal's happened, he's on the floor, and a Spain player comes over and just smashes his head in the fucking glass.
Yeah.
But in terms of Spain, that's France's, as you say, France's first goal in open play all tournament. They've only scored 3 goals. One's a penalty, one's an own goal, and this is their first one from open play. Again, I've said it before, and us in England, us and France have been massively underwhelming, considering the talent we both have at our disposal.
That's what worries me, though. Good teams turn up on the later stages of tournaments.
Yeah. Oh, Navas has been booked. How the fuck is Navas still playing for Spain? Fucking hell. Deschamps giving orders to Saliba. I mean, it should be a very bad thing. Saliba sending the piss off and does. Oh, listen to my manager in London, mate. You ain't got.
Yeah, no. See the pictures and a few clips that I've seen. It's like Saliba looks like he really does dislike him.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him. Of how Didier Deschamps pretty much threw him under the bus back in March or whenever it was earlier in the year, saying he wasn't good enough still, he wasn't good enough, he wasn't France standard, and all that crap.
He's been their best player in the tournament.
That's just saying, I'm surprised Sergio Ramos still isn't playing for Spain. Don't speak to so before you know, you do a fucking Undertaker move and just turn out of nowhere like, hi, I'm back. I'm not surprised, Russ. Russ said no direct free kicks scored in this tournament. Not surprised. The quality's been so bad in this tournament.
Is that right? There's not been any at all.
Not I can remember either. No, not I can think of. You got to think most of the free kicks we've had in this tournament would be from Portugal, and who steps up for them every time? Ronaldo. What he do?
Ronaldo.
And then he has the audacity to cry about it afterwards.
Yeah. He should never have stood up and took that penalty, in all honesty. It's the chances he missed, the free kicks that he missed, and he was skying over the bar, etc.
His ego's been massively exposed. In this tournament, so in that sort of product, you just have it not really just get out the way for the pre-season. Oh yeah, I've seen Novak has pissed everyone off in the group chat, by the way.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
do you know what? I was behind in it because I replied to your message. You put a message in. About a certain footballer, and I replied back to that, and Liam came back, and he's like, "I hope you're not speaking about me." I actually sent the tweet out. And I'm actually taking abuse off Arsenal fans for it as well.
Okay, now
I'm quite surprised at that. In all fairness, but
that says the problem is the quality of the teams in the Euros is better than the World Cup. That's why you get big scores. I get that to an extent, but you'd still have, especially these sort of games at this stage. I mean, we had Holland versus France in the first and the group stages and all that, and neither wanted to blink. It was like they're scared to do anything in that game. And years gone by, that sort of level of fixture has been end to end entertaining for the neutral, especially. Bloody hell, Spain are defensively, mate.
do you know what? See if France get another quick goal here, the floodgates will open.
Yeah.
France actually look like they're up for it. It's the best that they've played so far. I know we're only 90 minutes in, but
also you have this as well because there's COVID in the World Cup. Sorry, so much football in such a small amount of time. Yeah, exactly. And you add in the Nations League as well, which I think is pointless. It's just it all catches up. And that's why I said before kickoff. This is why we're seeing predominantly in the women's game more so. The players are going down getting ACLs pretty much week in week out now because their bodies cannot cope with the demand.
do you think that's why it is? Or the ACLs that Arsenal got?
Well, it's not just an Arsenal thing with the ACL. We've seen Sam Kerr. We've seen multiple other players in the women's game are getting these ACLs on a regular basis all of a sudden. It's no coincidence, that the schedule's getting more and more. More players are getting ACLs, and we saw it last summer.
Oh my God, Ryan, watch this.
Whoa! Yeah, it's just been given a who scored, but I want to see the goal itself. Here we go. Let's see how it was scored.
We've got a game here. By one of the best players in the tournament.
Hell.
He's 16-year-old. 16-year-old.
Take hat off to him. Bloody hell. They had the cojones to have that shot as well from that distance. against any team. We've got a game. We have a game. We have goals as well, everyone. We've got a game on our hands. Woohoo! What's Mbappe complaining about?
What a goal.
Fluke. Oh dear. If you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the lottery.
No wonder Barcelona put that release clause on him then, eh?
Stefan says Southgate would probably abolish any England player for having a go like that. Yep, too far out. How dare you? But Gareth, it won us the Euros. We're champions. I don't care. You should never do that ever again.
That's probably goal of the tournament so far, eh?
Yeah. Again, I'll say this now, but that goal wasn't. I'll say it was against someone to play there. Spain hadn't done anything up to that point in terms of creating any sort of threat towards defence there. Hey, these ain't got a 0-0 on our hands at least. At least it looks like both teams are going for it for once in this tournament.
Oh man, they're just the replaying the goal. What a hit. I thought Morata was out of this game.
What's that?
Morata. I thought somebody said last night that he was out of the game, but he's playing.
What did you want Saliba to do there, Russ? Fucking hell. You heard about his clearance, he cleared the ball. It worked.
Front sitting back.
Oh, apparently got another one coming. Go into the chat. Oh my God, 2-1. Wow. Oggy. France went 1-0 up early on after 8 minutes and now 2-1 down in the 25th minute, and it's a Condé own goal. We'll talk about Saliba with us. What about fucking Condé there? What's Condé doing? Wow.
We might actually have a game.
Yeah, it only took us to the semi-finals, but yeah, we've got a game.
Yeah, I was expecting a 1-0 draw.
Entertainment, everyone. We've got entertainment.
That wouldn't go down as an own goal. That was going in regardless.
I don't know. The angles don't help me, but either way, he sticks a leg out. He's in.
It was going in. It was going in back in.
Russ is just digging out from the chat. Just digging out Saliba. Oh yeah, well, he might have been going by looks from that angle. Yeah. Let's see what the Uefa say anyway. G's in the chat, evening all game. Some game this is. Yes, it is. It's actually, we were just saying, literally, before we popped in, we might have a game on the hands. We might actually have we might have to wait, G, to the semi-finals to get some entertainment in this, from a neutral point of view, in this tournament. So it took us to the last 3 games to get some entertainment, but hey.
This is, very good.
Okay, well. Don't worry, I will not ruin your favourite band and that song for you again. Ronaldo's not available tonight. He can't make it all about him, so we're all good. Oh dear. I mean, pretty much down to a T. I mean, that's pretty much odds on, really. Upset England for a ball fest tomorrow, probably. Yep. Pete says in the chat, next 10 minutes going to be big for France. Oh yeah, they need to get themselves back in the game, because that one, obviously 1-0 was all they had, all the possession. They're doing what they've been doing for the first 20 odd minutes, and then suddenly the equaliser went in, and France has just, I think you mentioned it before the goal, they just dropped off, and this allowed Spain to get back into the game and have control of it.
Marat is a player that I cannot stand.
He's a useless piece of streak of piss. He couldn't do it at Chelsea. I remember literally Morata when he came to the Premier League, and he thought he was signing for United and Jose Mourinho. He dyed his hair red, and ended up playing for Chelsea, and had started the season with red hair. Fucking idiot. And then because he was scoring against Stoke, and that sort of level team. Oh, he's so amazing! Look at this. Oh, what a player Chelsea have got, and it fucking lasted well. The following season, he was gone. Catherine says she thinks France will weaken before half time. Well, they need to get their head at the arse and back in the game for that to happen, but we'll see. Stoke are the top team. That's like saying Knights of the World, beaters of the world.
So how waterproof is the bearskin heavy storm rain jacket? Oh. Why not take a look for yourself?
Sorry for the sound.
No, right. Oh, dear. Ow. That figure, because it go by, they won't equalise. No. You wait for giving it an own goal as it stands. By the way, as it stands.
Have that? No way.
It just popped
up going in.
It just popped up on my screen. The usual 10-minute clock thing at the bottom of the screen. It just pops up, and it said obviously as it said, it might change the next in 10 minutes time. In a second half, but it might. But it said Condé own goal. Oh, there's Gary. Even Gary saying own goal strikes again. As it stands. That's 11 own goals as it stands in this tournament. Fucking hell. Well, there's Killian on the wing, running down it, doing nothing with it though. That's running into trouble. Yes, it's running into trouble and loses the ball. Morata did win an FA Cup Europa League with Chelsea, so he has that. Did he? I know he won them. He got given medals for that particular FA Cup and Europa League final, respectively. But did he really have an impact in them finals or in them run-ins to get to the final? It's just for him. It's a participating. Like, you're there. Well done. Woohoo. God's sake, Tom. Fucking hell.
It was just a bit to say the same.
I can't even. I can't. That's the only way I can respond to that. Yeah, get myself in trouble with YouTube. Bloody hell. And then Chris comes along and says that, for fuck's sake. Oh, God. I'd got to think if Sam came in and saw this, he'd be fucking having a field. They'd be like, well, hey, let's go. It would be complete chaos in the chat then. Even more chaos than what it is there. Oh, that's it. Gary's come back and said, no, Christmas. Mr. Tom's off his Christmas. This card, this Christmas. Catherine here. One sec. Apparently, KDB expected to announce departure and new signing soon, like maybe this week. Ooh, that could be huge. There's players going, I'm out. 115's coming. I'm out.
I actually asked that question to a Man City fan on his face. We were having a conversation regarding 115, and I said, do you think players will be reluctant to sign for Man City while you're 20-1? I don't know if you know, but Man City are odds-on favourites to actually win the Premier League, but they're also 20-1 to be relegated.
It's 20-1 now, bloody hell. I knew it was dropping. I didn't know it dropped that badly for them. But again, the bookies must, for that to be that low, this like before pre-season they got underway, the bookies must know something might be coming, punishment-wise. That's worth a cheeky fiver, put it that way.
Yeah.
All that.
But could you imagine players actually wanting to go to, like, if Man City are in for a player? Could you imagine them sitting back thinking you could be in the third division next year?
I could because of that as well. I think I could then be again looking for a new club because you were meant to technically by the rules fooled me. I want to be settled. I don't want to be a part of the mess. And have that tag on my CV for the rest of my career.
100%, mate.
It's unique in the sense, Stefan. Well, the reason why we say it's unique in that sense is because the norm for UK bookies, as you should know, the norm is like your team challenging for the title, favourites, second favourites, or third, whatever. But you're challenging for the title. You're that sort of team. The odds for you being relegated is usually pretty ridiculous in terms of like you're looking around 300 to 5,000 to 1, depending on what your team is basically.
I'm just going to check the odds, but the last time that I checked them, I've not been. I put a bet on Xhaka to score against England, and he never done it. But that's the only bet I've had during the Euros. But I'm going to sign in just to let Stefan know the actual odds as it stands on Man City. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Oh, while you're doing that, Catherine says, I think if City lose KDB, they will finish 7th. KDB was a different type of player for City, and there's no replacement for him. It's the fact if they lose him, they can't. In terms of replacing him, it's going to be in the situation they're in, nigh impossible. And let's not forget when he came back from injury last season, after 3 months out, first game back was against Newcastle, and he had a big influence in that game. from the bench.
The exact odds for Man City they're down to 16-1 to be relegated. And to put that in perspective, Arsenal and Liverpool are 2,000-1.
What a Chelsea, because Chris says Chelsea odds are low, but Chelsea, the thing is, the reason why Chelsea
are 20-1 as well. Chelsea are 20-1.
But yeah, the reason why I think the reason behind that is the last 2 seasons we've had with Chelsea. I think that's played a part there. It's not like Chelsea are once the favourites to win the league, or they've been competing for the league for the last few years. I think the last couple of years have been a big influence from that, for Chelsea's point of view, anyway.
Yeah. Man United are actually 150-1 as well to be relegated. That's mental.
Bloody hell.
Especially when you're looking at Arsenal, Liverpool 2,000-1. They're crazy odds.
Mental.
But Chelsea 20-1. Wow. As it stands, Leicester are 2-5 on, but we know that they've breached PSR.
Yeah.
Then you've got Ipswich 8-11 on, just newly promoted. Southampton 11-8. Everton 2-1. Nottingham Forest 2-1. Wales 72. Brentford 92. Fulham 5-1. Bournemouth 8-1. Crystal Palace 8-1. Manchester City 16-1. West Ham 20-1. Brighton 20-1. Chelsea 20-1. Villa 100-1. Man United 150-1. Newcastle 150-1. Tottenham 250-1. Arsenal 2,000-1. And Liverpool 2,000-1.
That's ridiculous. In terms of
There's some big stories. There's some big stories about happening in the Premier League, I would say.
And also, I think that with Leicester, you got people need to remember as well. With Leicester, because they've broke the rules of what they've broken. At some point in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna find out what their point deduction is, what they're starting to see, and what they're leading on with in terms of minus whatever it is. So they're not hiding to nothing straight from the off.
It's actually funny because Man City are actually 11-10 on to win the league. Arsenal are 15-8 and Liverpool are 7-1.
Bloody hell.
11-10 on to win the league and then 16-1 to be relegated. That's mental.
It's like the book is a cover and else, just in case one of the other happens. Basically,
Yeah.
If the punishments come forward early, that could have an effect, couldn't it? Obviously, on so they're getting in early and saying, "You do it now, you could because if the punishments come earlier than expected, we're going to have to lower their odds even further and all that crap."
It's funny because Man City have only signed one player so far, and it's been from the City group.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty intrigued on to see what they actually who they pull in.
Yeah, because isn't there still rumours about Edison as well that he wants out?
He wants out as well. Right, you see, for me, if I was Arsenal, I would go and get him. Honestly, I would go all in on him. That's your world-class goalkeeper right there. The same way it's, I think it's Saudi, is it? He's going to.
That's what he's been linked to, yeah.
Yeah. They've got an embarrassing amount of riches, don't they? It's, is it Ortega, their backup goalkeeper? Yeah, he's outstanding as well. He's absolutely outstanding.
But this is the thing. If City, again, it's another thing we haven't really talked about. But if Man City actually found, we know they found it. There's just in terms of the punishment. If these charges still stand coming into this trial, and the punishments start coming flooding in and all that, what's going to happen to all these clubs, other clubs that the owners are bought into, to bring in this, as in the City group? You've got obviously the New York City side of things, the team in La Liga. I think there's a team in Liga on. and all the other teams have their own as well, in and around.
Do you know what? That's a brilliant point, Ryan. That's an absolute brilliant point. I never actually thought of that.
Like you just said, they've just signed a player from one of their family clubs or whatever, within the circles, the club and all that set up. So you then have to think that them other clubs have been implemented into it as well. What's going to happen there? Are the owners going to sell up them clubs as well and move them clubs onto a new ownership?
Do you know what's interesting for me? You're right. You're absolutely right with that. But what's interesting for me with it is, if they are found guilty, will they be punished in court, or will it be brought back to the Premier League? Because Rosie's in the chat, she'll tell you it happened to Glasgow Rangers. Rangers went bust, and then there was a vote in the Scottish Premier League, and the vote was to relegate Rangers down to the third division. So is that the same narrative, what is going to happen to City? Where it comes back in and the Premier League teams get to cast that vote if they stay or remain, or will it be done in a court?
I don't. That's going to be an interesting one, because obviously, Rangers are the benchmark, because in terms of what happened to them, their ownership at the time, and how that was all dealt with. I think
it's the same charges, right?
It's the same sort of. It's basically the same thing. It depends on the Premier League, doesn't it? In the FA, if they want to deal with it themselves and punish them either way, or they want to run the risk of having. Because this is the thing with the Premier League wise, the Premier League clubs, because obviously it's a 14. The other clubs involved would have to be a 14 way swing either way, sort of thing, for the majority. And considering you got Newcastle owners, the ownership of Newcastle and other ownerships as well, up and down in the league as well, Newcastle will probably vote for something like City to get demoted all the way down, because that's one less competition for them for however how long and whatever.
Stephens came back and said the Rangers went bust. It did go bust, Stephen, but it was they were doing the exact same thing. They were paying players with offshore accounts, etc. So the one revenue took Rangers. Well, the one revenue that came for Rangers, and Rangers ended up bust. There was nothing they could do. However, they still had to pay the football debts, even though they came out of that, mate. But it was the exact same thing. It was offshore accounts paying players. So it's exactly everything that Man City has been accused of, bar inflation on sponsorship deals, etc.
Yeah.
But Chelsea are the same thing. I mean, they're down to 20-1. But like Todd Bowley came out and he's said that he's went through the accounts and this is what they've done. Trying to get a lesser punishment, obviously, but
thinking it maybe because it wasn't under our ownership, but it was the previous owner did it and all that. As I say, because we've handed ourselves, put the club forward and all that. I don't think you can't do that, because then every club will do that.
100%.
Yeah, isn't that, by the way, just so you know, while we were chatting there, the goal's now been given to Olmo again. Not an own goal now. Yeah. It's now been credited to the Spain attacker.
Yeah, it was on. It was going in. 100% that was going in. Do you think Saliba is already reached world class status?
I think he's not far off. He's still got. I think as we saw in the Champions League against Bayern Munich, he's still got a few niggles in his game. Nothing major. Just a little improvement here and improvement there. But the main part of his game is up there. I think the next 12 months are going to be telling. If he does it for a third year in a row, in terms of what he's done for us for the first 2 seasons, if he comes back this season, coming and does it again and kicks on, and win nothing or not, if he kicks on again, then you've got to say, yeah, because for 3 seasons then, he's maintained a level in terms of standard that's above everyone else in the world in his position. There's not many. That's the thing, as we speak right now, there's not many centre backs that get close to him.
No, there's not at all. There's absolutely not at all. But saying that, a bit controversial, just as we're approaching half time, but I actually think our best centre back last season was Gabriel.
For this season just gone, yeah, I think he's more. He stood out more, especially again going back to that Bayern Munich game. Gabriel looked more at ease in that over them 2 legs and less incident prone.
Yeah,
he was more switched on. But I think they both because they built that partnership up and all that. I think they've got to a point where they complement each other very well, and they both lean on each other. Basically, when the one's having a bad game, the other one will pick up the work. Basically.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. Even the season before, I thought Gabriel was outstanding. A lot of people were calling him, a lot of Arsenal fans were calling him bozo jeans and like mistakes, etc. But if you actually looked at it, he was actually covering left centre back and also the left back as well. In games, I think that he's so underrated. It's untrue.
He does. He's underrated because he plays for Arsenal. If he played for any other club, be it Man United, Man City, Liverpool, for example, in terms of Premier League wise, or Barcelona, or whatever, anyone else, and he's done what he's done at Arsenal, but for another club, he'll be getting the world class tag put on him straight away. He wouldn't have been getting the underhand comments from the backhand comments from the likes of Jermaine Genius. He'll be like, "Oh, what a player! Da, 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 da. Someone's got to pick him up here. He's absolutely the boss." Da, 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 da. Because he's at Arsenal, and Arsenal fans see it week in, week out, and we then go, boom. Oh, he can't be that good. Then he can't be that good. Even right now, as you speak, I mean, he's been arguably being France's best player in this tournament for France.
Yeah,
and he still doesn't get. You still got the odd rival fan going, "Oh, there's only one off here. You're fooled off. It's okay." But really, mate, this guy pocketed anyone up against him in this tournament so far up till tonight. Obviously, he's pocketed Haaland every time he's come up against Haaland for Arsenal, be it for the 3 games last season or whenever. He has put him in his pocket and held him comfortably and gave Haaland nothing to feed off of and frustrated the life out of him.
100%.
This guy kicked the life out of Lukaku in the last round, and this is a guy who pisses in Serie A.
He took the piss out with Ronaldo as well. Tom's asking for someone at Uefa to read his comment. I think he's talking about his Mason Greenwood comment. Heck, bro, it's not happening.
Mate, literally, I can't believe it. I put the tweet into the chat earlier, as you know, and when I saw it all going off and I saw your comment, I thought, up to your comment, I was like, bloody hell, everyone's fucking on board here, like in terms of De Zerbi, like he's an absolute tool, he's this, that, and the other. And then you came along and said what you said, and then Liam came along, bloody, they said it's all about Novak.
It was then William said, "Barty, you're speaking about me."
Yeah. You wish, Stefan. You wish. Oh dear. Ryan is on an Arsenal conspiracy theorist. No. I'm just saying that literally. Look, I said it. We said it last night in the podcast. You see Phil Foden get given his flowers by Rio Ferdinand and all these media outlets, all these media lovies. All Phil Foden's world class. Well, he gets that. Again, I don't think world class. I don't think Phil Foden or Saka's world class right now. But Phil Foden, I'm sorry, no. You can't give Phil Foden, world-class tactics, was just turning up for his club, but then speak down to Bukayo Saka and say, you carried that club, the club you love and all that, you've carried them since you broke through at 17, 18 till now to get them to this point. For country, you've turned up. You broke into the international scene like you did 3 years ago, especially at the Euros. That's when you really broke through. There was a moment where it hurt you, but obviously then you got even more idiots to add on to that and really put you in a dark place. You come back from that mentally stronger. But no, you're okay. It's the other one. It's the other one with the Mancunian accent that looks like we compared to Gaza. He's the world class player. Neither of them are world class. They've got the potential. They're going that direction. But for me, in terms of world class, you've got to perform week in, week out for club and country, not just club and then once in a blue moon if you're lucky for country. And
100%.
Bukayo's had some quiet games this tournament. Don't get me wrong. He has some quiet games for Arsenal. But I'm not sitting there going, he's world class, Phil Foden's shit, or bang average, or anything like that. I'm saying they're both great players. They're just not. They're not world class levels yet.
Yeah, one's turning up for his country, another one isn't, though. And right, see if I had the power, I'd be picking 3-year spanners out of the chart.
Yeah,
you need to read this. Chris, Tom, and Stefan. What are you guys talking about?
What about this one first, or further down?
The one about no, it's further down. Chris starts it off. People laugh when I say Dean Windass is better than Thierry Henry. In reality, people know that it's true. And then Tom's came back saying Henry's average. And Stefan said that Henry would not produce it in a windy night in Aberdeen.
All right. Okay, Tom, you've asked it. You got involved. Suck it up. Suck like that. You asked for this. Remember this?
Yeah.
Wash your mouth out, Tom.
It's bad, honestly.
By the way, good evening, Alex. How you doing, Alex? Good evening to you, but good evening. Have you seen Leeds' rumored kit for the upcoming season? I've seen the home kit. I haven't seen anything else, but I've seen the home kit because that's been unveiled now. And as we say, it's Tom's buying shares in Medwall as we speak. I want to hear Chris Sutton say he's bang average. Oh dear. At least we've got a good first half there in terms of entertainment value from a neutral point of view, and we've got goals as well. It gives a bit of extra oomph for the second half, hopefully.
Yeah, 100%.
Neither team can sit back and go, yeah, we'll play for penalties. They've both got to come out and go for the win still.
Last night, did anybody predict goals in this game? Nobody went for Spain, did they?
James, before he went off, he came on initially, James went for a 2-2 draw, and I think he went for France to win on pens.
Right.
Other than that, I can't remember now. I didn't. I thought it'd be a 1-0 either way. I thought it was going to be one of them games where it's scrappy crap, and you just get a random goal right at the end that makes it 1-0 to whoever.
I went for the Bournemouth Fest.
Yeah.
I went for a Bournemouth Fest last night, so yeah.
Look how much space this guy. I know behind him. I'm watching the analysing the half of the first half and Mio and all that. But how much space that kid has in that left, right hand side. Every time they attack, like defence gravitates over to the left hand side and leaves so much space for him to run into.
Yeah. This kid's special. Like, he really is special.
Stefan, what are you smoking, mate? Since when is Chris Sutton funny? He's the most arrogant knobhead you're ever likely to bump into. The ego in the guy is unbelievable. Tom says you only like if you play for Celtic.
Yeah. Tom, for you, question for you, bro. Do you think Leicester should have been punished last season rather than this season coming?
I think I know his answer to this, but I'll let him answer just in case I got it wrong. But I think I know it.
I can imagine I'm going off on a rant here.
Oh, mate. He'll probably be right, send me the link now. I'm going to come in, I'm going to break it all down, and not just for Leicester, but Everton as well, and then bastards in Forest as well. You want a rant? You're going to get one.
Tom, don't hold back.
It is going to be interesting. We're going to say the next couple once we get these draws out of the way, the next couple of weeks, we are going to find out what the points deduction is for Leicester. It's got to be bad. It's got to be for what they've been accused of and the kicking and screaming they've done as well. In the meantime, they've got to have the book thrown at them, which could pretty much condemn them for the balls kicked for relegation.
Yeah. When do you think that the case will be summed up by the Premier League? Just as soon from Man City. Not the one against Man City, the one against the Premier League.
The 115. Oh, bloody hell.
No, the one, not the 115, the other one. The one that's ongoing at the moment.
Fucking there's quite a few. Which one's this? Remind me.
Man City have sued the Premier League.
Oh, that's what we've done by. That's what we've done by now. It's only meant to be a 2 week. It was a 2 week thing. I didn't hear nothing once it started.
It can't be finished because there's nothing came out.
No, but in terms of either way, in terms of the actual proceeding itself in court was a 2 week thing. I think they're just waiting for the answers now. Can't be that long, surely. For a 2 week stint of whatever it was. You'd hope before the season gets underway. It depends. It depends on Man City's owners in terms of their lawyers if they're pumping money into to keep it kicking down the road to delay the inevitable 115 starting or getting underway.
I heard that was starting in November. 115.
It's meant to.
I don't know if it's. Yeah.
It should be done, and should be in terms of the proceeding itself done by just January next year, and then we have to wait. It's a waiting game in terms of what the punishment will be for whatever.
Rosie, I met Jockey McNamara, and he was an absolute gentleman.
McNamara, yeah, bloody hell. I think I feel old again. we do that this channel. We make ourselves old.
That's going to annoy you, Rosie, though.
Oh, Tom's going into time mode. Leicester first, Everton, Neil Mopey are a disgrace, and they should be relegated to the conference. Oh dear. Who do you
sorry,
go on.
right, on you go.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say, like when you are a club like Leeds, and you saw what happened to them. Well, they went bust, trying to go for everything. You're seeing all these teams cheating right now. That must be hard to take.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah. But yeah, you'd think so anyway because of the situation involved. Yeah.
What were you going to say, mate?
No, I was going to say who, apart from obviously Leicester, depending on because we in terms of barring Leicester, who are your other two to get relegated? Because we're all expecting a heavy points deduction going Leicester's way, which could screw them anyway before ball's kicked. Oh, there he is.
I don't know. Southampton, I guess. I think Southampton. And I think Forest as well, Ryan, if I'm being honest. I think Forest they've been borderline. They've been borderline for me. And I think they should have been punished a lot more than what they were. So, yeah. And if you were going to just put one in the mix, I think it's time that Everton were relegated.
It would be their luck in their last campaign at Goodison that they were to go down. That would be a bit like you've been flirting with it now, and this is the time you're going as you're leaving, basically.
Yeah,
I've said this for a couple of years in terms of with Everton. It's always for the last couple of years I've been saying about Everton. They've become that team. We saw it with Aston Villa when they went down. For a couple of years they were flirting, but 2-3 years they flirted, and then they went. Sunderland infamously every time they come up they do good. And then suddenly they'll start flirting with it, and then they'll go. Newcastle, the first time round, flirted for a couple of years, and then it just went. There's always that team. There's always a team that flirts and flirts and flirts, and the football gods go, you know what? You ain't learnt your lesson. Yoink.
See you later. No, 100%. 100%. Well, I've seen that over the years, and I think Everton, in all honesty, I think if it wasn't for Sean Dyche, I think that would already happened.
I think so. Yeah. Just I want to give you a heads up now. You see yourself and Rosie. Give yourself a heads up. Your favourite person, your favourite Englishman in the whole wide world is about to join us.
As you see, guys, I've got a
big up, bro.
I've got a nice can of cherry Coke. The cat's there watching me. I've got something else. I thought I'd treat myself after dinner tonight. So I've got myself a packet of jammy Dodgers. Oh, what a lovely jammy Dodger that is.
Oh, dear.
Rosie, he's going back on my porridge list next week.
I don't know.
I mean, do you know what it tastes like?
A jammy Dodger?
It tastes like one of them things that you luckily win.
Bloody hell. That's a response.
That was the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Tom says, I thought he was going to pull out some haggis. That's what we get through. If we get through tomorrow, he's saving that for Thursday.
I better hold out on the waistline and put it back over there now. I have one for tomorrow night as well. I'll tell you what, like, if we somehow win it by the luck of the draw or something like that tomorrow night, I'll have a pack ready.
Did you watch first half?
Oh mate, how good's that 16-year-old? And even Daniel Alma. Fucking.
That's what we were talking about. I think Barcelona have got the £1 billion release clause on him.
One sec, Mr. Morgan. One sec.
Oh no, what else is it? It's all brace ourselves for the unexpected. I knew the Jamie Dodger thing was coming. I don't know what's coming now.
Look what I've got here, mate.
Wait, they're mine.
They're yours.
Yes.
That's fun. There they go. Here's the old tea cakes. Not allowed one though.
How many in there?
2.
Then yes, you can have
Oh, I can have one.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be going
We like
tea cakes
sharing
are legendary.
household.
you'll be going down to Tesco tomorrow buying some more now.
Yeah, if you go to Shots tomorrow, Sarah, get me some Jamie Dodgers.
I just love that from Sarah in the background. Like, damn, mine. Oi.
going to the shop.
Yeah, give me a packet of Jamie Dodgers.
It'll have to be out of copy though.
Well, whatever. I'm going to be munching them if we win tomorrow night.
We ain't winning tomorrow night.
What do you mean we ain't winning tomorrow night?
Bloody hell. Optimism FC there.
Oh, we shit. Come on, guys.
Oh, gee.
Brilliant.
Boy,
Brilliant.
trust me, she was up till 4 o'clock on Sunday morning celebrating with me, though, weren't she? She had the karaoke out, beer pong at 12 o'clock. It was carnage in here. Absolute carnage. The old rum was flowing, and she decided to put a glass with rum and coke, Jaeger. What else did you put in there? Prosecco. And I had to drink the whole lot.
Oh my God.
You know me, yeah, Ryan. I didn't back out of the challenge.
Oh no.
Stinking hangover the next day.
I might have to put next Monday off.
Live on air as well.
You won't need to put next Monday off. They're going out tomorrow. You lot, just think realistic. Come on. We got through to the last one with a scrape of our teeth. Southgate is not the one.
What's going 2 more penalties in the opposition?
He needs to go home.
See, she don't even like Southgate. I'm having a nice, relaxing night. I am tonight, just chilling, watching the football.
This is the thing though. We're like, we're stuck between a rock and a hard patch. We want England to win it, but the consequence is Southgate gets a new contract and stays put for life.
Well, there is rough and smooth in all this, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I think he might go in if they win it. If I was him, if he wins it, then I'd definitely go. It ain't getting any better for him. If he wins it, he's fluked the tournament.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, right. I'd still rather get Spain and France in the final. I still would
100%.
Because, you get
100%.
France in the final, mate. They've been there, done it, Mark. Got the T-shirt.
I mean, for 4 tournaments, he has got us further than Scotland ever would do in any tournament ever.
Oh, here we go.
Spain knows bringing it up. He wants to trade insults about fucking Southgate and be on his side and all that. I'm going to go back with the easy stuff.
What's happened, right, in this tournament that 2 of these match-winning players have come to his rescue in Bellingham and Saka, and he's fortunate he's got that kind of level of player in his team.
There you go. There's a comment from Stefan. I think Liam's take the misses out for a magic meal tomorrow. Candle lit the business.
Yeah, there's no fucking hope on that. There's no fucking chance. Zero fucking chance of she getting treated tomorrow night.
Who said romance is dead?
Exactly.
There's more chance at a fight over tea cakes.
I tell you what, Tommy Powell. I'll tell you what we'd do. We'll get Southgate when he leaves to be the next Leeds manager. You can be a proper Southgate guy then.
Exactly. Oh dear, imagine it. It'd be fucking going mental. Like, no, after one game, no, this ain't for me. Get this trick out.
All jokes aside, though, right? Where does Southgate go from here? After England, where do we actually think he'll go?
I don't think he goes anywhere. This is the thing. I know he's been heavily linked for United, and I know they've only extended Ten Hag to an extra 12 months on his contract, so he's there till 2026 at least. But would he buying United, baby, if things don't go well this season with Ten Hag? Where else?
That's a good comeback. That's a good comeback.
44 goalless draws. Yeah. At least you'll survive us, just about.
Well, will you? That's the thing, will you? I don't know if you would.
About that, actually.
Yeah, imagine you stay up on goal difference.
No wins, no losses, but shitload of draws.
Yeah, and you stayed up on goal difference, but you actually scored none and won none and conceded none.
That would be the ultimate, like, what the fuck? No, it's not, but again, Tottenham maybe if Anne's ever worked out, but again, the ownership. Barring them two teams I mentioned then, who else would want him? Yeah. Even Scotland wouldn't want him.
We certainly don't want him. We do not want him.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
In your FA ain't naive enough to do it.
I was just going to say, one of the people in here said I should take you out for a romantic meal tomorrow night. What do you reckon your chances are?
I'm probably more likely to check my bank account in a minute and there'll be £1 million in it.
Good answer. It's a good answer.
It's a realistic.
It's the most honest answer.
But I'll let him off because it could be a lovely meal on Friday night.
There you go.
There you go.
Right, I'm going out.
Right, see you soon. Bye.
Bye, Sarah.
Now, my vibe is you. I haven't gone to eat all the tea cakes, bro.
I'll tell you what, mate. Let me turn this TV down.
You know it. Oh, dear.
Oh, that's better. I can't listen to Steve Wilson no more. Well, I've got to say, I didn't think that Spain would do this tonight.
No, we were saying in the first half when France scored early on, until Spain equalised, it was all France. Like France looked threatening every time, and Spain looked suspect defensive all over the place. The second Spain equalised, it went the complete opposite way, and France just fell apart for about 5-10 minutes.
Here a minute. So then, I just sort of see what Rosie just said. So the address is 34 Old Mill Road, Uddingston, G71 7HH, Scotland. Where the old comments are made.
Oh dear.
The old baby tune in the background. That's old Bobby's back.
Really. Navas has gone off for Vivian.
Oh, we got what we got on the pitch. We got a streaker.
Probably a protest or a streak or both. Remember back in the day, when someone came on the pitch streaking, the cameras would zoom out and actually show you, for fuck's sake. Now there's like, no.
Exactly.
Nowadays it's all like, no, can't do that. Let's focus on the player. Nope, the person doesn't run past the player.
Oh, but I'm treated to a little Tunnocks tonight. Joe, what? It's the only ever time we've ever had jammy dodgers or Tunnocks tea cakes in the house ever.
You couldn't odds it.
Anyway, a lot of talk over the last 24 hours on Eze, isn't there?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Us and United, yeah.
Pardon?
But between us and United, are looking at him, aren't we?
Well, there's only one winner in there.
Yeah, us obviously.
I don't see why you want to go United. I think there's a good chance we go for him.
We'll take him. Good squad
Oh,
depth as well.
What's the release clause?
50, 60 million? Mate, when you think, when you think that he's age, and do you know there's something else I thought about today? We haven't scored a set piece. He's good at free kicks, isn't he? We haven't scored a set piece since 2021.
God of God against Burnley, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that would be another useful tool. Ooh, a useful tool to have. But I just think that he's the kind of player, right, who could potentially unlock Martinelli. A bit like a Xhaka did a little bit, because I think Eze played further up the pitch on that left-hand side.
So what do you think? He would come in as a left eight?
I think there's different. I think he can come in as a left eight. I think he can play on the left and kind of come in like he could do that. I think in certain games, like, do you know what? Right, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if we didn't go out and get a defensive midfielder this year. Still,
I think that's needed. I think Declan Rice is the left eight.
I think he is. I personally agree he is, but I think you can have different options for different kind of games. Do you know what I mean? And we know how Arteta loves to have different options in different kind of games. So I don't think Eze would naturally come in and get in the team straight away if we did go and get him. But I think he's one of them players who could come off the bench and totally transform a game. But I think he can play in the left eight role. And I think the way he plays and how he can get the ball further up the pitch, I think he could unlock Martinelli.
See, for me, Liam, I want Arsenal to be ambitious, and I think a player that we could get a hold of,
Go on.
realistically, is Musiala.
Do you think so though?
I do, bro. I think we have, like, see, when like you heard rumours of Mbappe, I was like, it's never going to happen. Arsenal not that close. It's a step too far. But I just think if we were ever going to get a player of that quality, it would be now. Now would be the time to get him.
Be lovely to get.
Sorry, bro.
No, I was going to say it'd be lovely to get a player of that ilk, especially at that, like, say someone like Camavinga coming on, that kind of ilk. You know what I mean? A young player who's coming in, who's built at high quality, like you say, Musiala. I think it'd be incredible to get someone like that. But I don't know. I'll be.
I don't know why are we not aiming there? Why are we not aiming as a club at that kind of standard?
It's probably you're trying to attract the player in it. I guess I don't know. It's if clubs are going to let them go to us, isn't it? Is it possible to get them kind of players in? Like, don't get me wrong, everyone's got a price, but we're never going to get like blackmailed out of money to get a player in, are we? We're not that sort of club.
But we've got players there that we can sell. If we can sell, then we would generate a massive amount of money. So, like, what's wrong with going chopping on Bayern Munich store and just saying there's 100 mil? See what they say.
I'm not against it. I'm no way against it. I don't know if Bayern Munich would sell. Like, if we could get someone of him, I think it'd be incredible. Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be kind of generational as well in terms of that kind of ilk of player. Like, it'd be an incredible player, wouldn't he? And it would be a major coup, especially after the Euros that he had. I'm just not as optimistic that it could happen at the moment. I think it's something that could happen in the future, though. Like, I honestly think
his family's in England.
Pardon?
His family stay in London, don't they?
Well, as you say, like, I don't think it's something that it couldn't happen in the future for sure, mate. And I honestly think that the way we're building this club now, we're going to be able to kind of start attracting them kind of players, and that was the reason that we built the way we have, haven't we? Because we had to go through different stages to get to this point. But I think from this point, from last year, since we got Declan Rice in, we've proven that if we want a player, we can go out there and go and get that player. Like, can you imagine 2 years ago, we'd have said Declan Rice would be in an Arsenal shirt? You'd have laughed at me and I would have laughed at you.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? So I think there's been different stages, but I think we're getting to the point now that you can't possibly rule it out that we can't go and attract that kind of player. It's just very hard to make a deal happen, isn't it?
See, when we get one, Liam, I think that we're going to dominate for a period. When we win one, if we win one Premier League, I just think that'll be it. And I do see a Champions League coming as well.
Well, I bloody hope I see one in my lifetime, mate, for sure. You know what I mean? Probably like yourself and like a lot of other people. I just think at the moment, I look at that team and I look at the ceiling that it's got, and you start looking at the age of some of these players, and you think, bloody hell, mate. Like, you look at that Man City team, it's like they've had a lot of, like, you think that they've had all that success with Kevin De Bruyne and that, and they probably had over the last 6-7 years. Well, what's De Bruyne now? 32, 33?
Yeah, so
we were talking about 7 years ago. He was 26. None of our players really are 26 yet. In terms of the young players, like you look at Saliba, you look at Saka, you look at Odegaard, like they've still got all that time.
No, 100%. 100%, mate. We were actually talking before you came on about the odds of for Man City. They're 10-11 on to win the league, and they're 16-1 to be relegated.
Well, that someone knows that something's coming up, don't they?
But the shocker is Chelsea are 20-1 to be relegated as well.
Do you know what though, mate? Right, I really don't like. I know it sounds stupid, but like, of course, I want Man City to be thrown a book, but I want us to beat the league, win the league off them before that.
Yeah,
because you know what it's going to be. I mean, right? We spoke about it before, haven't we, right? Like, you know what it's going to be. Oh, well, Man City had this, or Man City had that, or they were fucking taking this that way, taking that way. It's the only reason why you won it. Do you know what I mean? I really want us to go out this year and just beat them fair and square, because we're that close to it now. You know what I mean? We was close last year, but not close enough. This year we got even closer, that we took it to the last day. And I would like, don't get me wrong. If you said to me at the start of the season, I'll be honest with you, I thought it'd be this season. I did think that we were still probably a bench away. I just don't think our bench was good enough at times this season. Do you know what I mean? And we're still relying on the same players all the time. But we go out this season into the transfer market. If we can get 3 or 4 or 5 players in, then that team totally transforms itself again, don't it? And I don't. That's the thing with Man City at the moment. I don't really think that they're doing great business in the transfer market. I didn't even think that last season. Like, I think players are realising now, like, potentially things might be happening at City themselves, and how many players are thinking, "Oh, do I actually go to City now?"
Well, it's sort of the same thing. Was it Catherine or G was in here earlier? G was in here earlier, but with Catherine brought up that there's rumours that KDB's on the verge of joining one of the Saudi clubs, and it's to be announced any day now, sort of thing. Everything's been agreed, fee, this, that, and the other. And you got Edison as well. Edison has been since the final whistle last season now. He's been linked to a move to Saudi as well. The players that are currently there are thinking, okay, we've done what we wanted to do. We know what's coming. Let's get out of here quick before it actually comes. I mean, that puts City in a position where they've got to replace them players, but can they, knowing that any player with any moral compass isn't going to come to them because of what's coming? And then say this time next year, they might be forced to have to look for a new club because City might be demoted to X, Y, and Z, and they can't technically afford to have them on the wage book and all that.
Stefan's put in the chat that nothing will come of the charges. I'm sick arguing about this. Things will have come of the charges simply because the Premier League brand is so big. It has to be defended. It has to be defended. And if not, then honestly, sponsorship, everything, there'll be a massive domino effect with this.
Yeah. like I see Brownie's comments and get where he's coming from, but for me, okay, let me rephrase it. I want to beat them above their cheating. I want them on the same level field. That they haven't had no points deducted, no nothing, and we beat them. That's what I want. That's what I personally want. But we don't know if that's going to be impossible because obviously next season we don't know what's going to happen with them. But it just like this situation for me, we should know before the start of the season, for whatever season it is, what the outcome is. I don't think it should happen during the season. Do you know what I mean? I just think it makes it just like it's shit, isn't it? It's shit that like these situations happen, and you've got teams getting deducted points during the season and all that. Like, fuck it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is to it, to be honest.
But Man City are throwing so much money at their league bill that it's just postponing it. And I even heard that there was in the court, like the judges, lawyers, etc., were getting picked, and there was one of them that was an Arsenal fan. And Man City paid a lot of money to make sure he was kicked from it because he would be biased towards Arsenal. It's pathetic. Honestly, it's really pathetic.
I think all we can do is just kind of worry about ourselves this next season yet again, in it, and just try and obviously. Like, don't get me wrong, we need to win the title now. Like, you don't want to be finishing second best for a third year in a row, but also we've got to do better in the cups, mate. You know what I mean? Like, the cup tournaments have been pretty shoddy, like over the last few seasons. Like, okay, Champions League, we got to a quarter final and we lost to Bayern Munich, which, to be honest, we kind of done our own self in at home with that one. But you look at the cup tournaments in a whole, like, I think Arteta needs to have a good run in them cups now. Even if it's, I know it sounds stupid, but even if it's the League Cup, you know what I mean? We want to be getting to finals.
Yeah.
We want to be getting to finals. Man City won that League Cup 4 years in a row?
Yeah, no, 100%. But see, since it's taken Arteta this time to start building a squad, and we know, and as you said, our bench was not good enough last season. So now, rather than have 12 or 13 decent players, we need to stretch it to 18, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to sell Kivior. I don't want Kivior to go.
You don't want to sell Kivior?
No, absolutely not. I was on a space last night and I was speaking about this. Right now, as it stands, we've got Ramsdale and Rhea competing for number one. We have Timber and White right back. We have Saliba, Tomiyasu. Then we have Kivior, Gabriel. And then we could have Zinchenko and Calafiori. See that for me,
Where's
going
Tomiyasu?
into cup
Did you include
Tomiyasu? Yeah, Tomiyasu would be back up to Saliba.
Okay.
So if you put that into like a second team for cup competitions, etc., I just think that defence and like that backline is brilliant. And then we sort out the midfield and we sort out the wings as well as, and you don't even have to do much with the wings. If you could manage Gabriel Jesus, put him on the right wing to back up Saka, you've still got Martinelli, Trossard. So that's pretty good. Midfield, I think it needs to be massively addressed. I really do. I think we do need that defensive midfielder, and we need a plan A or a plan B for up top beside Havertz. It's not major surgery, but it's just we just need to tweak it just that tad, and that's my take on it. I want this Premier League.
Like the squad's getting strong in it. Like, I think that we definitely need to do work in that midfield for sure. I totally agree. We need to do something in that midfield. But then again, we could still go for a DM. And I said about kind of Eze, but if you know, we know, I think Smith Rowe is definitely going. Do you know what I mean? Smith Rowe, it's too much noise now. He'll definitely go. I think he'll end up going either to Palace, Fulham, West Ham, Aston Villa. I don't know, somewhere like that. Do you know what I mean? Fiera for me. I just don't see him ever really breaking in. So I don't know what we do with him this year. Does he have one more year? Do we see if he can contribute this year, or do we loan him out, or do we sell him? I think that's pretty much up in the air. So I think we can still afford like a player like Eze into the team and have different options. I think we definitely need a winger. But I'm just, do you know what? Right, I'm a bit like with the left wing situation. We need to, if we're going to get someone in, we need to get the right player in. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just a bit mindful that I think, can we try and unlock Martinelli again this year?
But we can if we get a consistent left back and a consistent left eight to play alongside Martinelli. Xhaka left.
Yeah.
Xhaka left, and obviously Zinchenko was out injured. But Martinelli's not a bad player. It's just that our left-hand side has been badly hampered by the left back and also the left eight for me this season.
Yeah,
so
I think half his plan was last year was to have Timber invert into that midfield role, which I think his intention was to play Havertz in the number 8 and push him right up. Do you know what I mean? So he'll start occupying them kind of spaces. I think that was the plan, weren't it? And I think it kind of got scarpered after the first 45 minutes of the first game of the season with what happened to with Timber.
Timber.
I do think that's definitely the case. And as I said, I don't think longer term Havertz is probably the 100% answer for that striker spot. But I do think Havertz, there's another option that I still think that Arteta will probably think that he'll probably occupy a role that will push Havertz right up on top of the striker. And I think that was probably the plan last year. And obviously it didn't happen, didn't it? Because of the injuries. And obviously the party situation didn't help as well. Because obviously we didn't have him until the last 6 games of the season. And it's interesting, isn't it? You like, with Partey in the team, with Declan Rice, was pretty much unbeatable.
We would have won the league. We would have won the league.
Of course we would have won the league. Partey stays fit for 30 games of that league season. We win the Premier League.
100%. I actually blame him for the last 2 seasons because I think we would have had 2 titles. I think we would have had 2 titles.
We can't rely on him.
We can't.
What, right? I'm not adverse for him to stay for the last season and see how he goes. But if we do, we need to have another plan in place because we can't. I think we can get away with Jorginho in certain games and all that, but he's not the answer. Do you know what I mean? I think he's there because what he brings to the squad as a whole and what he, in terms of his influence and his experience within that changing room, I think he is good in certain games, but he's not a player that can play 25 to 35, 38 games a season, you know what I mean?
See, for me, J20 is El Mani going into next season. That's where he is.
Yeah.
It's just a player that we could possibly bring in. He's good in the changing room, to bring in for games, cup games, stuff like that, no issue whatsoever. But I would sell Thomas Partey this summer.
Who's you bringing?
Do you know what? I would take Bruno. I would also take Onana.
I think he's the one that possibly could happen.
Yeah, I would take him as well, bro. I think that would be possible, and Declan would be the 8. Musiala would be my dream.
Yeah.
And then Declan would be the 6. So, yeah, like that's the names. I want to hit the ground running, bro. I want to hit the ground running.
We have to hit the ground running, mate. Man City, Spurs away, mate. We ain't got time to snooze this year, mate. Like, our 2 toughest away games in the season, notoriously, obviously, your North London derby and the champions. And we've got them within the first 5 games. So we've got to take points from them two grounds. And that's the quest that we've been given at the start of this season. So we need to hit the ground running and we need to have the team where it needs to be. Now, at the same point, if England get to the final, then, as I said on the show yesterday, for me, we don't rush Saka back. We don't rush him back this year. Like, we just need to rely on what we've got, especially the Wolves game at home. We shouldn't be losing games just because we haven't got Saka on the right wing. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And we like when Martinelli and Jesus are playing, we won games. I just think that. Do you know what I mean? This year, mate, we got to bring him back right, and we got to not just overplay him. And hopefully, we'll get someone else. But I don't know.
Beat Man City. We beat Man City at home with Saka not playing.
Yeah, we won. We won. So there's no reason why we need to rush Saka back. There's no reason at times why we needed to play Saka in like Lon's away. Do you know what I mean? He didn't need to play that game, and that's where
100%.
That's where we got to get better with him, because like last 2 seasons, mate, he's been out on his feet. Let's be honest, right? He's been out on his feet, and I think it's not because he's getting overplayed. It's because he's playing on injuries. Do you know what I mean? And it's something that we just need to make sure we get right with him, because sometimes you've got to protect these players as well.
I saw a start. I think it was sandwiched in between the Bayern Munich game and the Aston Villa game. That Man City had 0 players at that point that had played over 30 games in all competitions. They had no player, or maybe their goalkeeper was the only one, but certainly not approaching 40. Arsenal had 8 players that had played 40 games.
Yeah, and that's
in all competitions.
If you look at it with Pep Guardiola, okay, and people say, yeah, he's got the squad. Don't get me wrong, his squad was much better the year before than what we were. Yeah, but he's very clever in terms of he knows when he can rest players and when he can not rest players. Do you know what I mean? Like some games you'll sit there and think, Pep's rested 3 or 4, we've got a chance. And they still go out and beat a team 2-3-0. Do you know what I mean? You're sitting there like scratching your head. You're sitting there thinking, he notoriously knows when to rest the players.
But Liam, you're right with that. And I think it was, that day, the Aston Villa game at the Emirates, we had in the last 5 minutes or 6 minutes, we brought on Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson to try and change game for us. In the same day, later kickoff, Man City had unused subs of David Silva, Jack Grealish, and Kevin De Bruyne.
There you go.
It's sickening. It's sickening. That, and honestly, anyone in the chat could actually go and check that. That is 100% true.
But that's where over the seasons where they got to now with all these charges and all that. That's where they've built that squad to get it to that point, isn't they? Like it's still like, even though we'll go and buy again this year, then I look at next year. I think, do you know what? Even next year we'll be even stronger when we get into a July window. So, but it's going to take us. People just expect like instant success, don't they? Nowadays, they don't think of the whole picture. Like when you think about back in 2019 when he took over from Emre.
Yeah.
The squad was in absolute tatters from a confidence point of view. But when you look at that squad from there to now, you're just like, it's fucking chalk and cheese. And we're still sitting there now saying there's not enough players. There's not enough players. And that's because we've had to rip it all out and then rebuild it. And don't get me wrong, there has been a few mistakes on the way. Not much in the last couple of years, do you know what I mean? But I think in the first few years, I think in the first season, like we was kind of restricted, weren't we? Like, was getting people like Cedric in. We're like, do you know what I mean? Mari, them kind of players that really weren't going to have much impact, if we're being frankly honest. But I think when you start looking at it now and you start looking at the next 2 to 3 years, you sit there and you think, with this current crop of players, if you get another 2 to 3 transfer windows on top of that, this squad's going to be some fucking squad in 3 years' time. Like it should be like a complete squad within 2 to 3 years tops. But it takes it does take a long time because you're trying to get the right players in as well, aren't you? It's about getting the right players in for the system as well. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to find the right players for the system. Who's going to get in with Joe in the middle of the team and all that. And we've noticed before, haven't we? You get one bad egg in, or you get 2 bad eggs in, it totally destroys you.
But we don't do that anymore. We are.
No, we've got good at that. That's the one thing we've got really good at, and that's because of the way Arteta managed Ozil and Aubameyang for me. The way he managed them situations, Like, don't get me wrong, there were top players for Arsenal. Top players. Like Ozil was a top player when he signed for us. He won stuff with us. Aubameyang, exactly the same. He won us the FA Cup. They had good times and good moments, but he managed them situations. And I've been a manager I've been a manager, like not in foot. Well, I've been for like Sunday League team, but you know, like I've managed people, and it's not just easy just to go in and go. Do you know what, Aubameyang? Fuck off, you're sacked. You can't just do that. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
You've got to have evidence. You've got to have you've got to go through so many processes to be able to manage that situation. And for him to do that within the first 2 years, to manage both the Ozil situation and the Aubameyang situation, I think it's fucking well impressive, because I don't think there's a lot of managers out there who would have likewise done that whatsoever. And I know people go, oh, he can't manage egos. But Arsenal Football Club at that point didn't need egos. Arsenal Football Club at that point needed to get rid of these players out of the club to get where they are now. So for me, he brought himself a couple of seasons just for that alone.
Do you know what? It's so refreshing speaking to someone that I don't like. I think the same as you, mate. I think the exact same as you. And it's refreshing to actually talk to someone that thinks that way. It's the hardest thing on this earth. You're the best player at the football club, and you actually banish him from it and get him out of the club. It takes balls, real balls, to do that. And that is why we're challenging today, in my opinion, mate.
Exactly. He had to jump through a lot of hoops. You know what I mean? Like, to get to where he's got to now, he's had to manage a lot of situations. I think. Do you know what? In some ways, yeah, right. I think I know we all mug off Ten Hag quite a bit, and I don't think he's helped himself whatsoever. But you don't know what's going on behind the scenes at Manchester United either, do you? You don't know what he's having to do behind the scenes in terms of managing things and all that. But like, the evidence they need to provide now is that, do you know what I mean? Them players that they're going on about, they do exactly the same thing. If we're being totally honest, yeah, like, obviously Jadon Sancho's gone already, isn't he? Casemiro's going. Like, really, should Rashford be there after this season? After what's gone there over the last couple of seasons? Is he really going to take them forward? Like, I don't know. But
I think he needs a refresh, a new project, and a new environment.
Yeah. Like, he ain't totally like, he's not a player that's totally innocent whatsoever in terms of what's happened over the last kind of year. And that if he was, he'd be in the England squad now. Do you know what I mean? If he had done anything about himself over the last year, he'd be in his England squad. And if I'm being totally honest, I think Rashford would have had a good effect on the England squad, whether it's coming off the bench or playing. But I do totally agree with you, Ryan. I think with him, he needs to get out of Manchester United as much as probably Man United might feel like right now is probably the right time to cash in on him.
No, exactly. Especially when we're seeing tonight that Man United are cashing in on a dickhead, so we say. To be polite, an absolute dickhead, abusing twat.
Yeah, let's not go there. We almost started.
Sorry, why I was looking on Twitter and all that. I have a tab. Man United have put a 40 to 50% what's the name? Sell-on clause. So basically, if Marseille sell said player in the future, they're going to make another 40 to 50% of that fee back as well. Imagine being that club and just you're getting a fee, whatever, in the first place. It's beyond ridiculous anyway. But then
he should be playing football. He should not be playing football.
Put a sell-on clause in that contract and go, we want to make more money out of this abusing twat. It says a lot about United itself.
I mean, that is just an interesting situation with that now, isn't it? Like, I think the whole thing that last year that they said that they were letting him go, and I think everyone believed at that point that he was getting released. And he didn't get released, did he? He basically got loaned out at the end of it. Now they're obviously cashing in, so they're thinking, do you know what? We're just going to cash in him now. We're going to get something out of him. But I don't think they dealt with the situation right, probably last year in terms of the way they probably kind of fed it out, did they, to the public straight away? Because it did seem like when they fed it out to the public that he was getting let go, weren't it?
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to terminate his contract. Next thing I knew, he was getting loaned out. And I was thinking, wait a minute, I just thought he was getting terminated. They were terminating his contract. But I think it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because Marseille always, like, they seem to go for the villain kind of players, don't they? I know we were talking about villains today in our group chat, but when you think about it, they seem to be attracted to them kind of players, Marseille, don't they? Like, like when you start thinking of Kundozi, you think about Aubameyang.
Yeah.
You think Greenwood now. They seem to go for them kind of players, don't they? I just think it's a bit of an interesting topic, that one. But if I just quickly go back to us though, in terms of obviously where we're at now, and like I think you said about the Onana defensive midfield situation. Do you know what I mean? I think if we can get that right player in, I actually think Onana could be a good choice of player, which is, I don't know what you guys think, but I just think at his age, what is he, 22? Like, he's young. Like, he's well young still. He's like 22 years of old, right? Why not get him in and why not keep Partey there for the last season and potentially, and just let him kind of like work under him for a year? Like,
you'll love this.
Go on.
You love this. Like, I put a tweet out earlier regarding such player, and honestly, the amount of Arsenal fans that are attacking me because I just put one word out and a picture that I shared in the GC as well, and I got, really, bro, what are you advocating? Get a life, brother. Fuck you. Shut up. Move on. You're the rapist. Report this account. The abuse is endless. Honestly, it's absolute. All I did was I put a picture on top of Fab's Fabrizio's tweet regarding Marseille, and I just put rapist at the top with a picture of what he did, and I posted it. These are Arsenal fans. Honestly, rude. This is endless. I'm going through my notifications now. Shut the fuck up. Did you rape your wife? You fucking hypocrite.
He's a fan. Yeah,
These are Arsenal fans.
Yeah, this is social media though. Social media is a cesspit for fucking arseholes like that. It is what it is.
I'll make sure I reply to all of them because I'm obviously living rent free. So
it is. Nothing surprises. Nothing surprises me nowadays with it. Do you know what I mean? Nothing would ever surprise me because you see what kind of happens on a daily basis in terms of the way people kind of talk to each other and all that. It's just unbelievable, really.
But you know what? I'm shocked at it's Arsenal fans. If it was Man United fans, they'd say, like, fair play, I could understand.
Yeah.
These guys are Arsenal fans. I never tagged anything. I never, my tweet would only go out to followers. So I've not done any hashtags or anything like that. So it's all Arsenal fans. And the abuse is unrelenting. It's like, guys, I hope none of you have got kids, because if you did have kids, you'd possibly understand where I'm coming from, but hey-ho, it's okay. Shocking, honestly.
We've got 3 minutes left of this game, by the way, and France are crashing out there. Again, the second half, they haven't done any. Mbappe's had shots, but it's all been bad.
Yeah,
the Ronaldo effect has gone into his head now. It's all about me. Look at me. No team play whatsoever. They've chucked on Giroud. He's got no supply.
It's Texel Guna, so just say to world class Mbappe turn up.
Do
you know what's scary? I actually think that England are 3 minutes away from winning this fucking tournament.
Do you know what, right? Honestly, well, I don't know. We'll see what they turn up tomorrow first. But there's two. As I said on the show, like, I wouldn't have wanted to play France in the final. Like with this Spain team, like they're doing well, but are they going to? It's a big ask for them to do it again in the final, isn't it? With these youngsters, I tell you what though, they are pretty good. Like if they turn up and play like this, and England play like the way they've been playing, mate, there's only one winner at the moment. If I'm being frankly honest, but. Yeah. I don't like. We got to get through tomorrow first. Like nothing's justified that. We're 100% will go through tomorrow night. If we turn up and play with the players that we got, we should go through against this Dutch team.
Yeah,
we should go through with this Dutch team if we turn up with the players we got. But that's a big if. That's a big if at the moment. And Spain have been the best team in the tournament. And France, do you know what? I think it's time for the Deschamps to twaddle on now. I think this is a big foul for him this tournament in terms of the way they played, in terms of the amount of goals they've scored. Like, with the riches that he's got, he hasn't cut it in this tournament. And I think he's probably been there just a little bit too long now. And I think that is probably the last chance of the game.
Yeah, Spain scored a lick. The Spain bench is ready to pile on that pitch any second now.
But I'd rather have Spain all day long, Marky boy.
I'll tell you what, honestly.
Oh. I tell you what, mate. I'd rather have Spain all day long getting into the final.
100%. Honestly,
I think it's brilliant news for England. I do think France would have been a tougher game.
Yeah, because of the know-how.
And I think, yeah, exactly. And I think as well with old Billy Saliba would have had Kane on toast, wouldn't he? Like Saliba's been unbelievable in this tournament. Yeah. And I do feel sorry for him in one stead because he deserves to be in the final. But at the other stead, get home, mate. Have a rest. Go and enjoy your holiday somewhere. We'll see you next season.
See you at the Emirates Cup, basically, yeah.
I'm going to have to eat a humble pie. I honestly think you're going to win this tournament.
Mate, humble pie's not bad at times, mate.
I'd rather eat tea cakes, bro.
I tell you what it's good with sometimes, a bit of porridge.
With a couple of Jimmy Duddles on the side.
They're through. The French are out.
Well, he's got a decent game, though, in one sense.
Oh, man.
And who'd have believed it? The team that Scotland pumped in the qualifiers is in the Euro final.
We should have beat them twice. You know
the worst thing now, right? If they go and win it, Spain, yeah, right? He's going to remind us how they beat the Euro champions.
Yep.
You better believe it. You do know that, don't you?
I was thinking about it today, mate. I was thinking, fuck. Well, I've just put a tweet out. See you later, Didier Deschamps. Off your trot, mate.
He's sacked. He's guaranteed to be sacked.
I text old Guna. And I just put world-class Mbappe turned up, pal.
Yeah, again.
Bang on the buzzer again, mate. Bang on the buzzer again.
Oh, look at Deschamps. He is fuming.
So he should be, mate.
End of the day, yeah, he's got his squad and all that, but I think you said it earlier, he's gone on too long. He's ridden the highs of the first couple of years, the first couple of tournaments of his reign in France of the Euros, then the World Cup a couple of years later. He's ridden that high for too long now. The ego's gone to his head, as Saliba found out early on in the year with the comments he made about Saliba. And again, just this whole tournament with France has shown that how heavily reliant tactically Deschamps is with Mbappe. If Mbappe has a bad game, France get exposed and they look vulnerable. They look pathetic and weak and nowhere near the level they should be.
Do you know something, though? I absolutely hate Rodri.
Oh, yeah, mate. Mate, I want to see him cry. Like, I know, obviously, you want England to lose and all that, but the one consolation would be if we did beat and just seeing Rodri crying on the floor, mate.
It would be brilliant, mate. Honestly, I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not totally against England going on and winning this competition. I'm not. I'm not like turning close or that. I do want to see you go out. Of course I do. But Declan Rice and Saka, of course I want them to do well. I do, and like no nationality is going to change that for me whatsoever. However, Rodri, I swear to God, I think see if I was a player, see if I was young enough and I was a professional football player, and it got to near the end of the game, and I knew 1,000,000% that the game was won, I would 2-foot him, and he's the only player that I would do it to. He is the only fucking player I would do it to.
But the bastard is a rock.
Yes, but he wouldn't be after the 2-footed challenge.
The bastard is a rock. Do you know what, though, right? It's incredible, isn't it? I was thinking the other day, right? Fucking Manu, mate, is he too young to be playing this tournament? 18 years of age, do you know what I mean? Are we putting too much on him? And then you go and see a 16-year-old rock up today and do that. And I was actually thinking, mate, this 16-year-old's making Billy Sleeper look old at 23.
Yeah.
Like this 16-year-old's making players look old at 23. 16 years of age, mate. Can you imagine rocking up to a tournament, firstly being selected, the balls of the coach to go and select him in the first place, but then to throw it, to rock him out there, and then he goes and produce that, mate. The coach, fair play to him.
Do you know what? I actually think it goes as far as to say that your man's been probably player of the fucking tournament. Every game that I've watched him, he has been absolutely outstanding. So fair play to him.
She's just messaged me going, "Oh yeah, I think she's happy the Spanish are through."
Okay.
Do you know what though? Interesting. England, Spain in the women's final, weren't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine we lose twice to them.
Oh God.
Just put that one in your mindset, Ryan, while you're sitting there.
Oh God.
That was a shit morning. That was a shit morning.
Let's get out of the way first.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
There's not count our chickens just yet.
That's a poor French performance in this Euros. Like absolutely poor. Like they relied on their back two or back four, should we say? But their centre backs were absolutely colossal. But they relied on them the whole tournament.
3 goals.
And when they went 1-0 up, one of my mates messaged me and I went, France will won it. Because I just didn't see that happening, mate. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see that happening. No. At that point, man, I'm just telling myself, France have done it. They've been here. They're going to turn up now and they're going to pick this Spanish team off. But they didn't. They didn't pick them off in the slightest, mate. They were fucking so impressive today, Spain. And when they went 2-1 up, do you know what they did? They fucking managed the game out superbly. I think that coach, mate, has been the best coach in the tournament by a country mile.
Do you know what? The pressure's on you guys, so see when you see tomorrow, when you see what happens, when you see what happens to France and the slander that they're going to take tomorrow, the same will happen for England because you have not performed. You've been just as shit as France in this tournament.
Only one little difference at the moment, Mr. Taylor. We're there, they're not.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
While I say that, I'm going to open up my Tunnock's tea cake and I'm going to welcome the great man himself, Gary. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. Hello, Ryan. Hello. Oh, man, I forgot name again. Oh, damn it. Mark. Okay.
Mark, yeah.
You know what? That's actually, I did have it, but I wasn't 100%. All right. Well, hello.
No,
Mark.
You're good, bro.
Hello, you're good, bro. In the chat.
Look at the cat. Even she wants a bit.
Oh.
Sarah's text just text Liam saying, "Don't eat my fucking tea cakes," and he's doing it.
She's waiting for her treats, mate. I know what she's waiting for. Probably sitting there thinking, greedy bastard.
Yeah. I heard somebody message that Saliba should have been there for that goal, but I thought he was part of the reason why they got the second chance at it. A second goal. I think it was a second goal, right? That was a own goal, whatever. So.
Well, apparently it wasn't given as an own goal in the end, was it?
Yeah,
it didn't look like it was on target.
It was on target.
We was having a debate in the group about it, so I weren't so sure, and I'm still.
It almost looked like it could have gone wide and hit the outside of the post. And
I think it's very inconclusive, isn't it?
Yeah. Because when I looked,
there's an angle. There's an angle where it's really apparent it was a goal. It was going in.
Yeah. Was that?
So only 3 teams left in this tournament now at the moment. Obviously, big one tomorrow night. the Spanish, the Dutch. What's the other team? The English.
Great bloody Scotland.
So you forgot about him.
With
You
the
don't
perfect,
you don't care too
Yeah.
much about him, and that's what you're trying to say. All right.
with
Not till
the
tomorrow-
English,
Not till 8 o'clock
the
tomorrow
English, the English with a great manager.
Have you been drinking your tea? Because your voice will need it.
night. No, we're not. Mate, you wait till tomorrow night, mate. I won't be drinking tea.
Well,
Mr.
tonight
Morgan,
you need the tea. Tomorrow,
Mr. Morgan will be out tomorrow night.
you need everything else. Yes. Maybe you know what? Maybe they will surprise you, and they will learn a little bit more about playing three at the back and stuff like that, and they'll play a little bit better. Right?
Well, let's be honest, mate. It was a slight improvement in performance on Saturday, especially in the first half. I thought it was a better performance than what we had seen. But we've got to start learning how to play games for 90 minutes, haven't we? And try not to be scraping it through after 120 minutes. We don't want another 120 minutes tomorrow night, mate, because that the more 120 minutes we're going to start playing, the more it's going to benefit Spain getting into the final. They're going to have an extra day's rest first and foremost. Do you know what I mean? And another 120 minutes is not going to do us any good whatsoever. This is the game, right? Where we've got to go out and show that we can beat a team over 90 minutes. And there's no reason, mate. There's no reason when you got fucking Harry Kane, Saka, Bellingham, Phil Foden, Declan Rice, and there's others, mate. Do you know what I mean? In the team, just play the right fullbacks, Gareth. Just play the right fullbacks. Get Trippier out there.
You want to waste that one bullet, though? Maybe you save that bullet for the final.
Wait, there's no point saving it for the final if you get knocked out in the semi-final, is there?
So far, you've just been surviving. All right.
Well, mate, I don't want to risk surviving one more time, mate. Get Luke Shaw in that team tomorrow night. Luke Shaw has to start in that team.
Hey,
Colonel
Ward said I can't cheer for England, even though I'm English. How does that work?
What's that?
Colonel Ward says I can't cheer for England, even though I'm English. How does that work?
Colonel.
Ward, he says I'm not allowed to support England.
Well, it's the Colonel, isn't it? He's trying to get a nibble out of you, mate. That's what he's trying to do.
I personally would like to see them play, like you said, come out in that first 45 minutes. Screw the second 45 minutes, come out playing like you actually know what you're supposed to do, and you do it in the first half. And you go in the second half and you just, basically hold on because you know it's going to come. But the way that they play, they shouldn't even. It should, right? If this team was playing the way you expect them to play, would you be concerned playing Netherlands right now in the semis? You know what I mean?
Something's happened in the celebrations. A player's got injured. I don't know if someone's tried to run on the pitch.
Some English bloke ran onto the pitch, started taking out knees.
Don't know. Oh, it's a shame it weren't Rodri's, weren't it, really? That's what we need, mate. Get Rodri out. Oh, Rosie, she's going on again. She was telling us the same thing a few nights ago.
Yeah.
She was telling us the same thing last Thursday when I've done the show, that we was going to get done by the old Switzerland. Sadly, didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? I might have another 24 hours of being smug, and then I might have to kind of eat some humble pie. But fuck it.
You mean 22 hours? 22 hours.
Well, it could be 24 still, mate. Because if we could be
guaranteed 22 hours of being smug.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed. That's a guarantee. Actually, 21 hours and 5 minutes.
There you go. Give yourself 5 minutes to calm down. Yeah.
just to put himself up again for Sunday.
At least Russ Morgan's in the right note tonight, mate. What are we going for, Russ, tomorrow? Another Ivan Toney masterclass?
You think he'll play tomorrow? You think he'll bring him on?
No, of course he won't. No, not a chance. There's no way Harry Kane's
Ivan Toney with a winning penalty. Just to piss off Russ.
He's got that Maitland-Niles about him when he takes it, right? He's just looking at the goalkeeper, just looking at the goalkeeper the whole time, or being smug about it. Basically, you probably liked that, didn't you, Liam? Oh, what are those things?
Jammy Dodgers.
Oh Oh,
Because our Scottish friends call us Jamie Dodgers FC. So there you go.
nice.
I tell you what, the Tunnocks ain't too bad either.
Oh dear.
Well, France looked wasteful today.
They've looked wasteful every day, mate.
Very wasteful. At some point, Mbappe's got to just say, "Let me just do it." I mean, he tried, but he was poor.
He hit it straight the goalkeeper into his head.
Yeah, that's true. He went all Partey on us.
Mate, it's can England beat Spain? Sorry, mate, go on.
No, I was just saying that we were saying that France have been disappointed. Like the fact this entire tournament they only scored 3 goals. One's a penalty, one's an own goal, and obviously the only one they did technically score was tonight's goal. Other than that, it's been 0-0 penalties and this, that, and the other.
This is a fucking great result, mate. Great result. Now, obviously, we have to go and do the business, but do you think England can beat Spain in the final, Gal, if they got there? Not by
like I said, you'll know in the first 45 minutes. I think in the first 45 minutes, if they come out playing like a team who knows how to play some football for once, then maybe they have a chance. But I don't think we've seen that. I think they were just figuring things out in the last match, how to play. All right.
Hopefully, mate.
And this time, hopefully, they know like what they didn't do right, and they fix that. Because they should be able to pick it up pretty quickly and know what to do. So, I'm giving you 45 minutes, and then you'll know. If Gakpo, if you lose to Gakpo,
exactly, mate. Exactly that, mate. Yeah. Like you can't, honestly, and that's how I've been thinking, mate. That's how I've been thinking. I've been thinking like Gakpo, Cody Gakpo. Like it's gonna haunt me. It's gonna haunt me tomorrow now, right? But if we're going out to that team and it hasn't got part of the players yet, right? Sorry, I'm just having a look. I think there might be a cat fight out in my garden in a minute. If we lose that team and haven't even got that like certain players playing for them, then we don't deserve to be doing fuck all, do we? Really? Like, I think Switzerland had more of the team. Do you know what I mean? I think they had a more rounded team than what Holland had got. I think Holland have probably exploited a little bit in terms of certain teams' areas. Like Romania, let's be honest, Romania was shit. They were the worst team in the second round that I see. Absolute crap. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Turkey took it to them, mate. Turkey actually took it to them.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? What teams look like proper football teams actually playing as one? Not too many. I mean, like Turkey looked better. Switzerland looked like one. They just don't have the talent that everybody else does, right?
No.
I mean, it seems that, you're surprised they made it to the next round, and the next round after that, they wore down to the talent that spikes up once in a while, right?
Like Chris said, the Netherlands did lose the last group game 4-2 to Austria.
I think they're definitely there to be exploited, mate. I think they kind of profited like we profited. I think they profited on France absolutely fucking up because let's be honest, yeah, right? If France win that group, they're in the final. Yeah. France absolutely fucked themselves in the group stages. That they had to go and then beat Belgium, Portugal, and Spain. Like they didn't get like they had to go and play 3 quite competitive games against 3 good nations of footballing players. And let's be honest, them three teams are a lot more difference than playing Romania and Turkey. No disrespect to Romania or Turkey, but they're totally different contents. England and Holland are profited because France fucked up in the group stage. And France fucked themselves up because if they didn't fuck up in the group stage, they'll get to a final now. Because I think if we played France, if we'd got to the semi-finals and played France tomorrow, in playing like this, I think we'd have lost tomorrow night. But Holland are a different kettle of fish, man. Like you said, they lost 4-2 to Austria. There definitely is weaknesses there to be exploited, and I'm not brought in by the knockout performances either. Like, I'm not brought in with England's knockout performances. I don't think Holland have been as good as maybe the results reflect, and I think they were quite lucky against Turkey. Turkey threw the kitchen sink at them at times, and Turkey looked the better team at times. And I would have rather played. If you said to me in the first half, who would you rather play? I think I'd rather play Holland. But if we played Turkey, mate, it'd end up being a bloodbath.
Oh yeah, literally. I mean, we saw it not just in the Holland game itself, but in general, Turkey just looked more physically up for every game, and they weren't going to just lay down and let anyone push them over.
So that's why you need that front three to look dominant, like they're supposed to. All right. I mean, they're supposed to look much better than they have pretty much every game. Like, how can they look that poor? Like, as a group, like, one player might stand out, but 3 players up top, somebody needs, like, together they need to look dominant, like they can, get something out of this game.
Definitely play 3 at the back again. I think definitely go 3 at the back end, but play Luke Shaw on the left hand side.
You're not going to like what I'm about to say, because I'm on Twitter. Sky Sports News in the last hour.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw is expected to start on the bench for England tomorrow's match against the Netherlands, with Trippier in line to keep his place in the starting 11.
Can I ask you something? Yeah, right. This is something that bugs me. How the hell are we leaking our team out every single game a day earlier? How does that, mate? How does that happen? How does it happen that we leak our team out to the whole universe?
The final squad was announced literally 2-3 days before it was meant to be announced as well. It's bizarre.
Southgate's got money on games. He's trying to make sure his exit strategies will work. That's the only thing that makes any sense, right? Why in the world would anybody need to know what you're about to do, even if it's poor? Well, I don't think they're playing defensive in the semis based on who they're bringing in.
To be honest with you, Rosie, I don't want to play Spain or France at the moment, but I think I'd rather play Spain in a final than France due to experience.
Yeah.
If you ask me who I'd rather play in the final, it's going to be Spain all day long, because France have got done there and got the T-shirt. This Spain team is a totally different breed, so we'll see who they get in the final first, and then see how they handle the final. If they handle the final like they handled that game, then for me, they're favourites.
What's crazy is that when they brought their subs on, I was like, "Oh, don't we want him? Oh, wait, don't we want him too?" It's like they've got their players come off the bench that we want. Right?
Isn't he our number 1 goalkeeper? He's on the bench, number 2 for Spain.
You bring a geezer at a left back in, yeah, right, and he's still not fit to play the fucking semi-final. Why? Sorry, my battery's about to go.
It's almost like he might at least try to get 45 minutes out of him to see how it goes, right?
No.
Because you're going to test him in the finals? No.
Yeah,
then again, maybe you will start.
Yeah, it's Spain. Off you go, Luke. Off you go. You did 3 years ago, scored in 2 minutes. So come on, make it 1 minute, quick.
Please, fucking. Oh, here she goes again. You think
he'll get that much space?
No.
You know what I mean? Like France gave him a lot of space today on both of his shots that he got. I mean, who we
fucking play, isn't it, mate? Got Trippier chasing after him.
Damn it! I was just trying to. But I mean, like France.
Do you know what, mate? I'd fucking love it, mate. If we went and won it, mate. Oh, they need to eat some proper humble pie. I will be unbearable. I'll be unbearable.
But then you'll be crying. You'll be crying off camera, though.
Yeah, of course I will be.
And not crying because of joy.
I'll be crying the tears. I'll be feeling like, I'm going to cry like I'm a Scotland fan if that happens, mate.
Rosie, I was not trying to get him there, but that's where he went.
They'll have tears and I'll have tears, but they'll be different kind of tears.
Oh dear.
Mate, you can imagine, yeah, right? All these home nations, like they're like my mate, he's a Welsh geezer. I realised the other day when England went 1-0 down, he piped up. We never heard from him for the rest of the time. And I thought, wait a minute, mate, no one dug him out about it as well. So I called him out on it today. Like, they're waiting, mate. Everyone's waiting. Everyone's waiting for us to kind of fuck up.
Yeah, you're ecstatic. You always get to the group stage and fail to get out of it. Yeah. You know.
Did you not see when we lost?
Yeah, to Hungary. We were here. We was live.
You weren't happy deep down. You was pissed off.
We were potting, just happy to be there.
There's no way you was happy about getting knocked out. You had a good chance getting third place.
Until that goal, Virgil, you had it in your hand to be one of the top.
Even Brownie says it. I can't enjoy any tournament until England gets knocked out. Everyone's waiting, mate.
Now we know at least some of his kryptonite.
Oh, hey.
So if England makes it to the finals, he won't be able to enjoy anything.
We won't be able to enjoy international football either because Craig Bellamy's took over.
Do you know what it's going to be like? And I bet it was like from that day when England played Italy. It'd be like when Scotland. So I keep calling Scotland. Tottenham played Liverpool in the Champions League final. That's what it's going to feel like for them when England play.
Oh yeah.
And that I remember that Tottenham Liverpool, mate. Honestly, the most pressurised game of football that I've ever thought of. Because I just thought, if Tottenham somehow win this Champions League, yeah, right, we are never, ever, ever, ever going to hear the end of it. And it weren't just Tottenham fans, would it? It'd been the absolute whole universe.
Because they hate us. Think about it. They hate us. If they have something on us, and you can't take it back, right? You can't even you can't match it, so it doesn't really matter. So,
here, Rosie, I'm only looking forward. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I ain't rewinding. I'm not looking back anymore.
Right, forward thinking.
Oh, looking forward, me. Looking at the stars. It'll turn out well. I might see some out there.
Looking towards that final. You know that one last game of a tournament where you could actually lift something. I forgot you don't get beyond the group stage. You wouldn't realise how that feels.
What's the beef? I've got to ask you because I see it last night, but I was busy doing the show. Big beef between Bellamy and Brownie. Brilliant.
No idea. Brownie, more detail, please. Explain.
Oh, here we go. I was on the EasyJet website. Oh, well, he's going to give us a bit of dish. I want to know why you and Bellamy are not best of mates.
Is it a hooligan story or is it just
Rosie? Will you still be partying Sunday if we win it? I reckon that joy will be a bit short-lived then.
I don't think she'll ever look at a Jimmy Dodger ever again in the same way.
Mate, I tell you what, yeah, right. If we win it, yeah, right. We need to get Jamie Dodgers to sponsor your channel.
You should have some sitting near you, so when the whistle blows, you could just open them up, like a wrestler, and just double.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, Gary? I'm going to Google Jamie Dodgers T-shirts. There's got to be something. Oh yes! Oh fucking yes! I'm not dodgy, just jammy.
Oh, we've got to get them. If everything goes our way, and then Sunday, literally,
it won't be the parrot this time, mate. It'll be the jammy. Oh, mate, I might even get Bobby in one.
And literally, and then next week you come back for next week's show to wrap up the series and all that with your Jamie Dodgers T-shirt on.
That is fucking brilliant, mate. £9. I'll waste £9 on that.
There you go.
Here we got one for you, Rosie.
Oh, here we go.
Oh God, let me see it. This girl loves Jamie Dodgers.
I'm making friends with Rosie.
Oh, here we go. So, Brownie says him and Bellamy lived in the same street, and then the then wife of Brownie, got on really well with his ex-wife of Bellamy. She was a lovely woman, but put up with a lot when he was playing. Then the messy divorce happened.
And the divorce settlement she used to South Beauty Salon.
But why do you hate him now?
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't sound like he did anything that should affect you. You can get your hair done now.
We get one of each.
You can get your hair done now for a good price. It sounds like you should have got something out of this, right? That's what it sounds like. Why is he upset?
Bellamy is Bellamy though, isn't he? He's just fucking. Oh, it'd be interesting to see him on the old sidelines. Where was he at? He was somewhere, weren't he?
He's at Burnley this season, just gone. With Vincent Company. I'll give it to my mum. She loves them.
Brilliant. One second. Cat boy.
Yeah, go and deal with that quickly. Oh wait, he's answered now. So I'll wait till Liam gets back.
Oh, man, yeah, that guy must hate it. He hated Brownie, the Bellamy guy.
Yeah, saying yeah.
Went out of his way.
Do you know what? You think he's hard enough just looking after 2 kids, and then you've got fucking 3 cats.
There's more, by the way. Here we go.
Then
the horrible wine. So midget, sorry. Bought the shop next door, and his then girlfriend set up a beauty salon next door and crashed the ex-wife's salon.
Shut up.
Everyone in town, basically everyone in Penarth hates him.
He reminds me of that kind of geezer as well, don't he?
Does that Spike would do that? Yeah. And he goes, I had issues with him because he brought my regular restaurant. Then a few months after the restaurant went bust.
Fucking hell.
Bloody, there's even more. Bloody hell, here we go. So I said on social media that he didn't pay his workers when it went bust, and he sent it. He's seen it. Well, if he didn't sue you, it must be true.
Perhaps he wants a wager. What do you want a wager on?
Jesus Christ.
How many Dodgers I'm going to eat?
So Ryan, you're gonna have to change your media, your images and stuff. Instead of goals, it just be Jammy Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers.
Each time a goal goes in.
There's a cartoon animation of a Jammy Dodger breaking in half of the Jammies.
JD. Oh, England winning. No, I fucking don't. Fuck that.
So basically, yeah. Brown is just
trying to give it all the old put your money where your mouth is, big man. I'll tell you what, though, winning your money as well as winning the old Euro title would be nice. I was eating a jammy Dodger.
With Bukayo Saka and Declan in a photo together with the trophy as well.
Yeah, you have to get like video proof, like video, have her video self buying Jammy Dodgers before she sends them off to you.
Before someone saw a go game, he'd be like, I'll be right back. Disappears.
I'll be scuffing him.
Corner shop. Corner shop, he'll go there, buy the whole store of Jammy Dodgers. And go, boom. Right, who wants one?
On a damage. Wait a minute, there's more.
Yeah, I've seen it. Bloody hell. Go on, I'll put it on the screen. One sec. There you go. On the day of the Champions League final in Cardiff, my local restaurant held an exclusive party which included Prince Albert of Monaco.
Oh,
He embarrassed himself by pushing a waiter into the marina water.
what an idiot.
Yipes.
I'll come back. I'll come back to you tomorrow evening.
With 5 minutes to go. He's like, yeah, take the bet now. Take the bet. Yeah, let's go.
I might have to leave the office early so I can at least listen to how listen to you, Liam, before I drive off.
Oh, what other reason would you want to leave the office early for than to listen to me?
That is probably true. That is probably true.
Tomorrow's going to be a long day, innit?
Yes. Brownie, you got like a whole write-up on this guy.
Got a dossier.
I know. Do you have like from birth to till now? You can do a whole like special Brownies, like
It'd be like
I know Bellamy. Do you?
It'll be like the next bit will be, and then yesterday you wouldn't believe what you did yesterday to celebrate getting a job. He hired this bloody limo, and he fucking
basically tomorrow night. All he's going to do is drop Conza for Guayi, isn't he?
Basically, by the sound of it.
Mate, what is wrong with this fucking geezer?
Well, I guess he wants to go out. He wants to go out with a bang, I guess.
Fucking hell. I can't handle going out to the Dutch tour. I'm sorry. Not Connor Gakpo. Cody Gakpo. Connor Gakpo. Cody Gakpo. Cody or Connor. I can't be doing it, mate.
No, if it was the Dutch team of the 90s, early 2000s, like the Patrick Kluivert,
oh yeah, that's fair enough. Do you know what I mean?
If it's that level, then fair enough, obviously. But this is nowhere near that level.
Fucking Wenghorst. Is it Wenghorst?
Of yeah, mate.
No, mate, we can't be going out to that.
The Burnley United reject.
It'd be just fucking bollocks, wouldn't it?
It's so fucking annoying, it would.
I need to see some big performances tomorrow. Connor Gakpo, what a man.
What's his brother's a shame?
Come on, man. Tomorrow night, them players have got to turn up.
We should do. Let's be honest, we should do. We shouldn't have a problem, but it all depends on Gav and as he says, it's how you just.
I don't really Harry Kane this to my motivational speech to him yesterday. What a shit player he is.
That was interesting early. The press conference between the fraud and the gobshite. Who's a bit more bollocks, basically.
Fucking Harry Kane. He's got to fucking do something surely tomorrow.
Well, Stefan says it's fated for Holland to win in Germany. 2 months history.
Oh, cheers for that, Steph, mate.
Everybody optimist, you guys. Bloody hell.
Fucking hell. I might as well just fucking give up and not watch it tomorrow now.
Get the flag down. I'll get the flag down in a minute, don't worry. Oh, dear. You know
he'd be telling me Ipswich is staying up next.
Now, apparently they're going for the title next season. Do you know?
Yeah. Dream big, eh? Dream big. Tom Hanks style.
Oh, dear. You know what? With that, we are going to get ourselves out of it. It's 10:30. We're going to get ourselves mentally prepared for tomorrow's game against the Dutch. Thanks, Liam, for popping on for the second half. Obviously, Mark was here earlier and Gary as well, and everyone else in the chat. If you haven't already, do subscribe, do smash the like button and all that jazz. We'll see you tomorrow. 7:30 we'll go live, half hour before kickoff. Hopefully with some good news to sort of get us going, get us building up for a big game. And we now know what stands in our way if we do get through tomorrow in terms of Sunday. So there's no excuses. We'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Take care of yourselves. As always, take the floor down first off. Let's see you later.